consumer advocates, and clean energy supporters up in arms. The new federal rules will push cheaper sources of renewable and other carbon-free sources of energy out of the market in favor of fossil fuels like coal and natural gas. Critics say that these new federal regulations will force 65 million consumers to pay more money on their electricity bills for dirtier sources of power, while rolling back states' efforts to combat climate change. Bob Perciasepi, president of the Center for Climate and Energy Solutions, says that polluting sources are not having to pay the price for the damage they're causing to society.
This new rule is detrimental to new sources of renewable energy as well as existing clean power workhorses like nuclear.
Starting early next year, states will need to address the new rule by passing laws to continue their clean energy progress.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
K-How News Time, 10:03.
In Denver, there's an ongoing dispute over homeless sweeps, that despite a judge shooting down Denver's ban on urban camping.
Homeless people who were part of 2 camps near downtown Denver say they won't just give up their camps, which were cleaned up yesterday by the city. Denver says public safety and clear sidewalks need to be prioritized, even after the camping ban was ruled illegal late last month. Immediately following yesterday's sweeps, people moved right back into the same spot, resetting up tarps, tents, and sleeping bags.
That's Connor Shreve reporting. Colorado lawmakers back at the state capitol today as the legislature begins its 2020 session. Both chambers will once again be under majority rule of Democrats. Both sides of the aisle will try to find a way forward on key issues like transportation funding. They'll also be taking on mandatory family leave. That's failed in recent sessions. In sports, the Nuggets are on the
dangerous, dirtiest place in the world.
Now it's all cleaned up.
They let a private company take over. Now it's a tourist attraction. There are shops and food, and it's beautiful.
They had this deal on
Bryant Park in New York. It used to be a drug-infested gang place. You couldn't go near it.
So how do they keep the homeless from going out there now?
I don't know.
Baseball bats.
But the last time I was there, they turned it into this incredible tourist place. There are, food stands and tourist attractions, and it's
but
manicured.
I understand that, and many cities have done that. But then when they allow the homeless to come back in,
they probably just hired people to kind of chase them out. Damn.
Yeah, but you can't do that. I mean, like here in Denver, you can't do that.
I don't know how vagrancy laws work in New York City.
I don't either. And it's private property. It's not.
The opposite to that is in California right now. They fucking made shoplifting basically not a crime.
Up to $950.
Where? So these fucking guys will walk into these supermarkets and just take shit and leave.
They say they'll go in there with calculators.
Really?
The cops won't even show up. They decriminalized it.
That's right.
But Dan, what I'm saying is, like Bryant Park in New York, it's private now. So there may be different vagrancy laws on private property.
Okay.
So the city leased it.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's why.
The city leased it to this private concern, but it's this beautiful place now.
So they own everything.
Yeah,
well, they leased.
Tom, it's called Prop 47. They decriminalized fucking theft up to $950.
Yeah. Why'd they do that?
So the homeless can go in and take what they want from the grocery store.
Oh, they were interviewing a guy at a grocery store in...
And it happened.
Yeah.
I saw that. While they're fucking interviewing him on the news, this homeless dude comes in and starts taking shit.
I mean, you think Bernie and Elizabeth Warren are weird? This guy Newsom in California, the governor, he's another crack.
Gavin Newsom.
What did he do?
He's turning it into a socialist state.
They deserve it. California.
They do. But the problem is they move here. Although that's why we're changing slowly.
Yep.
But I welcome all.
But again, you're not helping them.
Because Mark is a magnanimous person.
No, but what I'm saying is you're not helping those people by allowing them to do that.
I don't think I can play, and I think I might not be able to for.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255 is our number. People ask what we do. We provide help in all categories of life. Buying, selling, retail, career, neighborhoods, government. You have a problem, we talk about it. Even family law and all of that, criminal law, rip-offs, investment schemes. I don't think you can think of an area where we don't help. Now, we'll examine almost everything and try to help, even if we tell you what we think you did wrong. We help. So welcome. I've been doing this for so long. I am so proud of the hundreds of millions of dollars we've recovered for cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services, and for the great people we work with. How about this one? Panacea Life Sciences. This show brought to you by Panacea Life Sciences, the real stuff. Real CBD. Thatworks.com. You can also do panacealife.com. Helpmypaincbd.com. Here's the bottom line. It's real. And if you have pain, anxiety, sleeplessness, real CBD, thatworks.com. So, let's go to the phones. And I'm asking you, if you have a problem, to call us at 303-713-TALK. Josh, what's going on with you, Josh? A lot of people, by the way, online, you can call 303-MARTINO if you're listening at odd hours and you want to call. If you leave a message, we will get back to you. And that's 303-MARTINO. Hey, Josh, what's going on?
Hey, question. I've got a 2019 leased vehicle that was rear-ended yesterday.
What kind of leased vehicle?
It's a Jeep Wrangler.
Uh-huh.
Not a ton of damage, but do I need to worry about diminished value when we trade it in or sell it down the road?
Well, with a leased vehicle, it's a little different. With a leased vehicle, you have a residual value. You need to talk to a dealer, preferably the lessor, and ask them directly, will this affect my residual value? And if it does, you have a real claim. Because if you stay within miles and you keep the car in normal condition, you have a residual where you can turn that car in and walk away or buy the car for the residual. So you need to find out what the consequences will be.
If he does, I just disagree with you on this end. If he does buy it out, and let's say it has, the accident does not affect it at all, okay? And then he wants to sell it the next day, that's when the effect would come in. So yes, it does have a diminished value. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're saying, when do you calculate the diminished value?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm saying that if it doesn't affect the residual, that lease that's what he's involved in right now. Whether he keeps it and sells it is a choice, Mark. He doesn't have to make that choice to take a loss.
Eventually, he's going to sell that car, and I think that
Mark,
on the Carfax would affect it.
I understand that. It would affect it. You're absolutely right. But it's not a diminished value claim because he's choosing not to mitigate his damages. Let me give you an example. If the lessor says this doesn't affect you at all, you'll get your full residual, and you decide not to, and you decide to drive it and then suffer diminished value, you have decided not to take the diminished damages. You did not mitigate your damages. So I'm saying, in my opinion, not a legal opinion, if you want to know if it's going to affect you, you ask your leaser, and you ask him. I think it's too difficult to make an argument that, well, it's not going to affect my lessor, but I was going to keep it, and now if I keep it, I'm going to lose. Well, that's like saying I was going to, leave, leave my window there, and I don't want to fix it. I was going to leave it like that, or I was going to do something. You have to mitigate damages. The way you mitigate damages is turn that car in when it's supposed to be turned in, if it doesn't affect it, but I think it will. I think this whole argument is moot because I think the lessor is going to tell you that this car is going to be affected. Now, here's the problem. Diminished value claims, if you're listening around the country, some states don't even allow them, because they have a strong insurance lobby. Others, they're excluded by contract, meaning that you can't sue your own company for diminished value. But if it's another person's fault, is it?
It is, yeah. So it's the other party's company.
And you have to go ahead, and it's going to be easier for you to establish a loss than most other people because your lessor is going to tell you that.
I don't even know if they would care if it's leased or not. Do you think so? In other words, the other insurance company, I think they're just going to calculate it based upon the vehicle, not how it was purchased, right?
Well, if they're smart, the other insurance company would fight it saying, Your leasing company says it doesn't affect you, so you're not affected at all. I mean, you look at diminished value is exactly what it means. Diminished value to you. It's a loss. So, look, I'm just telling you, you need to ask your leasing company. They're the ones that matter. They're the first line of defense. But, Josh, are you prepared to go to court for it?
No, I mean, I thought if it was something easy and I could ask them to give me a number and I give it to the insurance company and they say, okay, or we'll give you a portion of this, it's easy. I mean, I don't think it's going to be much. So, but
it might be easy. It might be easy. Call them. Who's the other carrier?
Geico.
They have their own department for diminished value.
Let me know what happens, Josh. 303-713-TALK.
You know what's strange about diminished value? Just the word or the claim is the fact that really until you sell it and get it, there is no diminished value.
Well, that's true too.
When people put the claim in, it's so odd because it hasn't even happened yet if they don't actually sell it.
You know, that's true. I mean, you don't know if you have diminished value. So I think, though, in today's world, it's always going to affect value.
My favorite is if you talk, and you taught me this, on an exotic car, you go out and buy a brand new Lamborghini. That car, if it gets even a little bit of damage that's reported, could cost you 40-50% of the value.
That's right. On an exotic car, you are screwed. You are totally screwed. And that's got to be a big claim. Lisa, welcome. What's going on, Lisa?
Hi. I had my drains cleaned, and I wanted to get some scope to see why I had got backup, and it was discovered that I had a broken pipe. But the scoper guy said he believes it's located in this area. He wasn't marking it. So when the contractors came to dig in my ground, they just went by the believed this is where it's located. It wasn't marked.
Wait, hold on. So how did he describe where it was?
He said, I believed it's located under the washer or dryer or closet area.
Okay, hold on, and we'll come right back to this. What does that mean? Did he establish a contract or a guarantee? If it's not under there, now what? Listen, this is difficult. Hold on.
Like the blinds.
I wonder, I never knew Venetian was a color, actually. It's peachy. But man, my grandparents had that. There was also kind of a green one like that.
Well, the green one was olive. Was it olive? What was it?
That was a big one, too. It probably was olive.
Harvest gold
and then the fucking linoleum everywhere, that rolled down shit.
If you're like me and you were looking to get help in digital advertising, yes, I want to advertise referralist.com. And what about all of the people making all of these promises about search engine optimization and digital marketing and pay-per-click? Most of them I found to be BSers, really. The real deal, getfoundfast.com. What can I tell you? If you own a business, if you're in marketing, you got to get them. Getfoundfast.com, 303-952-4900, getfoundfast.com.
Think how hard it would be to argue diminished value on a house.
Oh, Mark, well, that one, okay, that comes up when people say, you said it was this many square feet and it's this many. Then you have to say, well, where's your loss? Well, I wouldn't have paid that much. Well, who says you would have gotten it cheaper? I mean, and it says, and when you go to sell it, are you going to lose money now? I mean, it's really a weird one.
And then underinsured property. Underinsured property. So you have a $250,000 Lamborghini. Some guy with a $25,000 vehicle hits you, okay? And, you know, his 25 grand pays. Then you go to your own insurance company for the rest of it. At that point, why does this say Apple? Hello. Yeah, who's this?
Who's asking?
Oh, hey, Brad, how are you doing, man? It's so weird. I thought it was a BS number because all that shows up on my caller ID is Apple, like the company Apple, and I figured you were going to try to sell me something. Oh my God, I hate when they use your own prefix too. So if I ever look down and I see 841 in the number, I automatically know it's a scam. So what's going on? Yeah, she's on right now. Call into the 303 Martino. Call right now. Yeah. Let him quiz her a little more, and then just say you have a comment on it. Got it? Bye.
So on that diminished value, I got some questions on that right there. He needs to go, Tom did tell him to go to the lease company, right? And find out what they're going to do, right?
Yeah, but I argue with that. I don't think it's relevant. I don't think the other insurance company knows if it's leased. They don't give a shit.
No. The company that he leased it from.
Yeah.
He needs to go there and say, hey, what's going to happen? Because that accident.
When I go to turn it in.
Right. What's going to happen?
Well, how big is that also?
But wait. Why would it? Okay, this is driving me crazy. Now I'm gonna go all the way through this with you, just so we're on the same page. So he leases a car for here. We'll just put Toyota, okay? And he leased it for I don't know, $20,000. Okay. He's going to make X amount of payments when the 3-year lease is up. If everything's perfect, he can buy the car for $10,000. That's the deal he's in now.
You can't even go that he's going to buy it because what Tom brings is exactly right. You do not. You are not suffering diminished value unless the company leasing company.
But wait, did you get answers?
Wait.
I left a message.
So he's going to have the opportunity.
We never got answers.
Yeah. Forget about the accident.
Yeah, we really need to hound people and get them to get back to us. And say, look, we're going on the air and we're going to say you're not responsible.
He still can buy it at $10,000.
Fucking management.
It's not going to be any less. The lease company isn't going to say, yes, there is diminished value. We're going to sell it to you for only $8,000, regardless of anything. If he wants to buy it, it's going to be whatever the contract says.
Maybe not, though.
Which one?
Remember that lady who said you was a double felon?
If he turns it in, and he didn't pay anything,
we're nothing. He never called back.
He never called back. Accident or whatever. So you got to pay this much extra.
So you're thinking the lease agreement itself
may have it. I don't know. Different lease agreements.
That'd be so fucking hard to argue.
Right. And that's what I'm just looking up right here, right now. Now here's another thing. If you get diminished value here and it's year 1, if you get that money, year 3, there's going to be a different diminished value. There'll be a less.
I'm saying
value.
If they put diminished value into a lease agreement, they'd be fucked in a circumstance like this.
Right. Well, it says right here, to keep this running, if you have a car appraised,
January 19th. Visit woodlease.com and browse thousands of different furniture ideas. Denver's talk station.
Okay, it says, if your car is damaged by a third party and the company that leases you the car lets you keep the car after it's repaired, you may get less money or get dinged on the lease. I don't know what you're saying.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is the best of the best. Frank Duran, the real estate man. .com 303-920-1622. He will give you the best service for buying real estate, for selling real estate. If you're looking to buy, he has a buying team. If you're looking to sell, he has a selling team and listing team, and he oversees every deal. And here's the deal. He'll never hold you to a long-term contract, ever. So he earns his money every day, and people love him. 303-920-1622, Frank Duran. Okay, so we have a sewer pipe problem, okay? Lisa is saying that she had her drains cleaned, and a guy said it's broken, and I believe it's here. I don't know where the complaint's going, but we're going to continue. Let's go. Lisa,
yes.
So what happened? He said, I believe it's underneath the toilet or whatever, the dishwasher, or the washing machine. What happened?
Correct. That's what they believe. That's what the scoper said.
Under that slab. That's right. Then what?
Correct. So what happened was...
You called the contractor out?
So the contractor said, great, we saw the summary, we saw the photos.
Who's the contractor?
It was Bob Castillo.
Okay, contractor. Well, here's the deal. Listen,
Yes.
I know what you're going to tell me, that the contractor went there and it wasn't clogged there, right?
Correct.
Did the contractor find the clog?
It's in my next door neighbor's house.
Okay, here's what I want to say. I think it's crazy that you try to hold the guy responsible who located it. That guy did not create a bailment with you. He did not create a relationship, a contract. He didn't guarantee anything. He didn't have a fiduciary responsibility. I think the contractor had an obligation to do some of his own verification. But then again, he's going to say, she told me, here it is, take care of it. That's what he's going to say. He's not going to say, I don't know, look, it's going to be a problem. You're looking for a bad guy. You're looking to get somebody to fix it. Now, how much does it cost to put it all back together, and how much did it cost to take it apart and put it all back together?
They want $1,500.
All right, good. Pay the $1,500, be done with it. But then you got to go after one or the other, or you have to just suck it up. I mean, this sucks, man. How could it be over there? How could it be over there and clog up your sewer?
So my question is, legally, before you start going through the concrete, doesn't it need to be marked?
First of all, when you say legally, there's no law that says concrete must be marked. I don't even know what you mean, marked. What do you mean?
Okay. They mark it to say this is where the broken pipe is.
No, there's no law that says they have to do that. Who told you that?
So what about a permit? They didn't get a permit, and you're supposed to get a permit.
Look, Lisa, I understand you're looking for a reason not to pay. Now, and this is important. I hope you're hearing what I say, people listening. A permit does not determine whether someone is owed money or not. It does not. It is a separate item. There is something called quantum merit, which means if they did the value, if you got value, you should pay them. You're going to say you got no value, but I'm talking about you got the work done. Now, and they verified or did something that is not there. But why did this? Did you call back the guy and ask him why he located it there?
Yeah, because he had one of those locator machine things. And so.
And what did he say was there?
He said a broken pipe, but he couldn't say exactly where.
All right, hold on. Brad Apple, by the way, has been in town, God almighty, many, many, many years. He's with Time Plumbing and Heating. He happens to call in. He's on our referral list. We like Brad. I've known Brad for many years. Brad, what's your comment? He just happened to call in. Go ahead, Brad.
Okay.
Hi, Tom. Good to talk with you.
Yes, sir.
We've been in the business since 1980 in the Denver metro area. We do hundreds of these a year. The person that located it, if he located it correctly and with equipment, it will tell exactly where that pipe is. If he made a mistake and didn't locate it correctly, then he does have some liability or responsibility there.
Well, you would. You feel you do, Brad. Brad, but really, yes. I don't know what happened. Did she get the guy to clean it, and he said, I can't clean it, it's clogged up here, I believe you have a broken pipe here, or did she call him for a locate? That's a big difference. If you call a company and say, locate the break for me, and they create... Well, okay, so I thought you said you were getting your drains cleaned, and he said it was clogged there.
No. So I
once he goes to the stage of actually bringing out equipment and then tells her this is where the break is, there is some liability there. But
if she contracted him for it, and Brad, I want people to be very careful. Brad is saying this because he would take responsibility. He's a good guy, but you can't depend on people. You have to have a contract to the effect. You have to have a contract that you hired them to locate the pipe. I'm sorry, I misunderstood Lisa. I thought Lisa said it was to clean. Lisa, what was your contract for?
My contract was to scope my pipes.
And find the break?
Well, I didn't know there was a break.
Find the problem.
Just what's my problem?
Okay.
And they said, oh, you have a broken pipe, and they were filming it. Then he was trying to locate where it was exactly, but couldn't find it exactly where it was.
Brad, do you hear the problem here? I'm not sure. I am not sure she literally hired a locate contract here. I'm not sure.
Correct. The other missing link is, did you hire this other person to repair it, or did the other guy, was he tied in with the other guy that located
No,
it?
she hired him, right, or not?
I hired them, correct.
You better
I hired
pay the
them.
second guy, like Tom said, or else you're going to end up in an issue. Then go after the first guy, but you probably aren't going to get anything.
Look, Lisa, the second guy. Now, let me ask you, Brad. If you went to a home and this guy says, I think the break is here or whatever. I don't know what data they handed him, but would Lisa, that would help if we knew what they told him. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's liability on his part, even the person that dug it, because they should also, if they're in the business of repairing this, they should run a locator down it and confirm that's the spot they're digging.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a problem there. So there's two issues with this. And it is a very challenging situation to be in.
Yeah, oh, sure is. So listen, I guess what we'll do, Brad, thank you so much. Brad is a great guy, Time Plumbing and Heating. Now listen, I would do this, Lisa. I would avoid issues with the second company as far as liens go. You might want to stretch it out a little, but really, both of them might have some responsibility, but I would like to see your contract with the first company.
Who was the second company?
Okay, the first company was...
The second company.
Was Bob Castillo's.
And what did Bob Castillo's what? Bob Castillo's Construction? Bob Castillo's what? What do they do for a living?
They dig underground to fix pipes.
Okay. The other one is the first guy had notes that he handed to the second guy. What did those notes? Huh?
Exactly. Those notes said, I believe that the break is here, but it's not marked. So it was, they covered their...
Okay, well, the first guy, because the first guy wasn't hired to locate it. He was hired to find a problem. There's a difference. Scoping is not locating.
Okay. So the second people should have gotten a locator.
I think, Brad, if that second guy was simply got a note that says, I believe it's here, would you ever dig based on that?
No, you would not, because by him stating it that way, that I believe, it's where he's saying, I think it's here, but I'm not guaranteeing it's here by stating it that way. So it's the second guy's responsibility.
I think I'm beginning to believe that way too, Lisa, so don't pay yet. But here's what I would do. I'm going to have Deputy Doc, I'm going to have him call this second company and say, to Bob Castillo, why would you dig here if the guy just said, I believe it's here? Did you do anything to verify it? I mean, come on. Now, hold on. And here's what I want to okay, hold on. Let me just do this. All right. I think that you call Bob Castillo, you ask him that, and then we'll see what comment he gets. Okay, hold on, and we'll figure this out. I was looking at my notes. I'm thinking we had an expert. But now, what is your neighbor doing about this? Oh, I'm sorry, I put her on hold. Lisa, what is your neighbor doing about this?
They're putting, they're getting another person to inspect their lines. I live in a townhouse, and so they're getting one on Thursday to get their view.
Hold on, then. Hold on. We'll try to help you through this. Hang on.
And time, for that matter.
What she should do is tell the neighbor to hire this Bob guy.
Here's what I don't get, though. If Bob comes in and his contract says, dig up right here, he did everything he's supposed to.
But what he might do is say, okay, if I fix your neighbors, I won't charge you this. I won't charge you yours.
Yeah, but I don't care. It all depends on what that contract says. There probably isn't a contract, is probably the problem. But literally, if the contract says dig up basement floor for this amount, what did he do wrong?
Now,
he
I'm sorry.
But
fix it, right? No, never mind. I got
it. What would you do if he says, I believe? If that's what it actually says. He's very incompetent contractor. Because you're jackhammering out concrete. tough. That's a pretty big deal.
When you do something like that, you can just report it right there. You just pull it out and then just report it.
You know, we're really picky on who we choose to endorse for automobile repairs. We have great people on a referral list, and Sheridan Auto Tech is among the best. Kevin Calkin has a whole host of customers who are so happy with his honesty and integrity. He's been in business more than 20 years. He has 2 convenient locations in Lakewood on Colfax just west of Wadsworth and in Aurora on Havana just south of 6th. SheridanAutotech.com. You can't go wrong. SheridanAutotech.com.
We should call up the lease company and ask them what happens. The world does not need another cereal unless it truly has something new. And
they're probably all different, though.
You're probably right.
And then I wonder if state law comes into that.
For which one?
For that diminished value. If he doesn't get diminished value, he turns it in, and he gets dinged for.
If you have underinsured, how would he get dinged on it, though? So if
it's just like turning in a car with
I understand, but then they're going to say, oh, okay, because of this accident on here, there's diminished value. And I'm going to say, well, okay, sell it, then we'll talk about what the diminished value is. Because you're assuming right now there's diminished value based upon a fucking line on a Carfax. And I'm saying there's not. That's what I'm saying. It's a can of worms. That's insane.
Well, then how does a person collect diminished value if he hasn't sold it yet?
I don't know. I don't know why insurance companies don't fight it tooth and nail, to be quite honest.
Why is that?
Because if he keeps
there is no diminished value till there's fucking diminished value.
Right. So if he kept it 15 years, that diminished value is going to be...
It's going to be zero.
Right.
Except that...
If he sold it in one day, he could get fucking clocked.
Right. Except, I think that for... I know. But it's the same thing like...
I can't think of any other example.
Well, loss of income. You didn't have the income. They don't wait till you have income. Those losses
No, but loss of income, they're going to base it upon the income from the month before or whatever.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Not when you have a kid in college.
I see what you're saying going forward.
People,
I get what you're saying.
They hire experts to do actualization or actuarials.
Of course.
It's really hard. And it is a realized loss sometimes. They'll say, this person will never be able to do this. Well, you know, how do we know they even wanted to ever do it? So until they attempted it, it wasn't lost. I'm just talking about the theory of guessing.
No, you're right.
It happens.
That Walmart one with the comedian, $100 million payout, or roughly. It's not.
And what they would argue, and rightly so, what they would have to argue is,
here's every show he's done for the past.
And we don't think he'll ever make that, you know, or no. Then they argue the opposite, right? Like that's bullshit.
He was not.
But
that's
where
funny as he used to be.
He's not that great. No,
we don't think he's going to be funny going forward because of the accident.
Wait till you hear. Wait till you hear what people come up with when it comes to ours.
Listen to this one.
Wait till you hear what they come up with. Oh, we're really old.
Oh, it's going to be everything. But here's what's interesting. Damn it, that threw me off.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Fuck. God damn it.
Concentrate.
What was it? Diminished value. Now I got to trace thoughts. That's scary. Yellow?
That green?
Yellow submarine toilet? What?
Venetian?
Venetian?
Avocado. That was the green. Avocado, not
avocado. You're right. You're right. Avocado.
2 big colors back then: avocado and harvest gold.
Harvest gold.
God, are they ugly? Holy cow! Isn't it amazing how things
green,
change?
yellow, and pink, baby.
Well, actually, that was even before that, and that was.
Guess who was on my call list? He went by an alias. We haven't heard from him in forever. Dominic, the one that used to make the sausage and peppers.
Oh, what happened?
He's been in and out of the hospital. He's not available for his call today, so I'm going to call him, I think, tomorrow. But he was like, this was Dominic. I've been in and out.
Oh, does he sound different?
He didn't really sound a little bit depressed, maybe. You know, not his spunky self.
If we need a call.
Did you get through to him, Doc?
Doc, you get through to anybody?
No, I called up Bob Steele's number, and it said he's not available, mailbox is full, can't take any messages. So I'll try it again and see if the mailbox...
She said like 10 days.
You want me to say that on the air?
Yeah, I mean...
All right, at least people know we tried.
For an update?
At least people know we tried and that his mailbox is full.
Yes.
And he can't leave any more messages.
Tommy, that busted nut call, yeah, busted nut diesel is what it's called. You got to have Mark. You missed that. That was good, and it's going to be a deal.
I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255. TheHormoneBros.com. They are the ones who can do the BioT treatment for your testosterone and estrogen, and they also do thyroid treatment, and also cosmetic treatments, Juvederm, Botox, fillers. They can do collagen, your own collagen, actually, stimulation. They can do thread lifts. They're really good people at 470 and Ken Carroll. 720-361-2302. TheHormoneBros.com. If you're a man or a woman over 45, I think everyone could benefit from hormone optimization, and especially BioT, and especially men. I mean, why would you not want to maximize, not phony, but I mean bioidentical, and maximize your hormones? TheHormoneBros.com. All right. Doctor, Deputy Doc, we call him that. He's a retired doctor.
I called up Bob Castillo's phone number.
Now, Bob Castillo is the guy that came, looked at the notes that said, I believe the break is here, and he goes and he opens it up and fixes it. And doesn't find a break. The break instead turns up to be at the neighbor's house. But I think Castillo should have some responsibility here for looking at these notes and not confirming them. And you said not only could you not get a hold of him, but what else?
Well, it went to voicemail, and then it said his voicemail box was full.
That's a bad
and couldn't take any more messages. So I will try it again later and see.
Bad sign.
I'll see if it opens up a little bit and let you know what happens.
Now, we also have some other follow-ups that you were working on, and I'd like to get to one of those right now here. Let me see what I have you down for. Deputy Doc, this handicap apartment, a two-time felon, obese woman who claims to be handicapped, says the handicap apartments keep opening up in her building. She has to be moved. They won't move her. And those people still haven't gotten back to us.
Tangerine.
Tangerine what?
That was her name.
Oh, her name's Tangerine. But the management...
She was obese and a two-time felon, right? That one?
Yeah.
And fell out of her bathtub.
Got it.
We still don't know what's happening with that Sharpest Rides repossession. We're trying to work it out where...
They need to refund the $5,000.
Yeah, I mean, they sold a car that turned out to be not valid title. And even though they didn't do it intentionally, they should give the guy down payment back. Even the lender let the guy out of the loan saying, look, it's not your fault. And so this guy should come out unscathed. Then I think Sharpest Rides needs to go back after the auction who sold the car. And then the auction's got to go back after who sold that. And now, as far as follow-ups, there was a T-bone accident. The woman is now cooperating with insurance thanks to what we were able to get done. And I think that's great. It was some pressure put on all parties concerned. So what she did was ended up reporting to the company. Good.
And we had one in Fort Collins where someone was complaining about a rental house inspection where they had 21 different items, some of which were ridiculously mundane, and only had 30 days to do about it. The inspector, and I gave him our number to call on the air and gave him 303 Martino to leave a message if he can't get it before 2 o'clock today.
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts on 3 before you go to line 3. I want to phrase it to you in the question he asked me last week.
Before I go to him, go ahead.
All right, so you drop your vehicle off to be worked on a shop, okay? They check it out and say you need $16,000 worth of work. We want $10,000 up front for parts. Follow me? You give them the $10,000.
They want $10,000 up front.
For the parts, because they're going to custom order performance parts for your diesel.
Okay.
Not custom parts, but performance parts.
Right.
Got it?
Right.
You get a call a little time later, a couple days later, a couple weeks later. Remember, you gave them the $10,000. Before they even pulled it in to start the work, someone steals the truck from the lot.
Right.
So now your truck's gone.
Right.
your $10,000 is in their hands.
Right.
None of the parts they ordered were installed because they didn't even start doing the work yet.
Right.
Then the shop, to add insult to injury, in fact, I don't want a biased conversation, says we're not going to give you your part money back, but you're welcome to come pick the parts up because we have a sign in our shop that says no refund on performance parts or something along that line.
Yeah, usually that's when they're installed, after they're installed.
Yeah, so you have no truck. Your $10,000 is with the shop.
Okay, now, let's take it step by step.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, it's not the shop's fault. Let's look at this as a parts transaction. He was purchasing parts to later have them installed. Since they didn't have the car there and a part and all that, I would say that this shop, in the purest sense, did what they were supposed to do. They took the money, ordered the parts, and are willing to deliver the parts.
I disagree just on that one. Just that part, though.
But they're willing to deliver the parts.
But you're saying they're like a parts store.
No, I'm not.
There's a work order that says they're going to fix the vehicle.
That's right.
With these parts for $16,000.
Okay, but Mark, if that truck was in their shop and there was a $15,000 ticket, 10 of it was for parts, 5 of it was for labor. And that truck, they ordered the parts came in, and that truck was stolen, okay?
Yep.
I would say they have to give the money back.
Of course.
Okay?
Thank
goodness. I would say it in this case, too, except, listen, if it said, if it was in their possession, we have a little weird situation in that they can say it's not our fault. It was stolen.
I don't think it matters.
No, I understand. But they could say he breached the contract. He breached it, Mark.
No, well, first of all,
Mark,
it was in their custody when it was stolen. I'm not saying it was their fault.
Oh, wait a minute. In the shop's custody.
Yes, the vehicle was at the shop.
Mark, that's a moot point. Then it's the shop's response. The shop it can't go through on the contract. I agree.
Okay.
I thought he had taken his truck and was waiting for parts.
No, they had the vehicle the whole time.
I think the shop owes him the money. If he had the truck, they could almost argue he's not bringing it in for the work.
And here's what the owner said real quick before we get the update, because I have no idea what the update is.
Yeah.
I will do what's right for our customer, and that is exactly what I told Ryan.
Okay, here's the deal. How can they say that he needs to buy those parts? They had a complete contract with him to repair that truck. It was in their shop to repair. They can't repair it. Let's put it this way. What if they were repairing the transmission, okay? They're repairing, and halfway through, it was stolen. Did they give him the rest of the parts? I mean,
here's what they said,
did they give him the rest of the parts and say, here, it was stolen, but here are the rest of the parts?
In all fairness, and I do agree with the shop.
Now, are they willing to make a settlement on the value of the vehicle?
Well, no. That's not going to matter because his insurance would most likely cover the theft of the vehicle. But the only reason I would say they don't owe it, and I bet you agree, is if he stole his own truck, of course.
Or he was made whole by his insurance. They could argue no loss.
If they paid the $10,000 as well as the value of the vehicle, but you know that's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he got more than the value, I don't know. So, this is a weird one. But this shop, I can't believe the shop.
Guess what it's called?
What?
Busted Nut Diesel down in Castle Rock.
But I can't believe that they would say basically what, in its purest sense, they have his truck, they haven't completed the job. Now what they're saying is, we haven't completed the job, but we'll refund you whatever's left.
And they're saying, even when I had one of our deputies call up, well, we have a sign. I love it.
Well,
it's
I
like
know
the
that.
dump truck that
but
says
he
stay
never
200
got
feet
them.
back.
He never got them.
I know.
It was never completed. How can they prove he even got them?
They alluded to he stole his own truck.
Well, now that's a whole different story. We'll talk to him coming right up.
Impact.
I couldn't believe what a moron the woman made of herself on the air. You know, some people shouldn't come on the air no matter what, and she was one of them.
Hey, Mark, is there any chance they can get the truck back?
Dude, I'm telling you, we got an update up there.
Right.
I don't have any clue what this guy's going to say.
All right, because if they get the truck
Don't give it out.
Right, because Danny, if they get the truck back, it's a moot point.
Heart of granite, right? It is. He was alluding to there might be more. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a spot.
Okay.
Right now it's mostly cloudy and 49. With your impact, traffic, and weather, I'm Pete Wagner on 630 K-How.
This report is sponsored by Circle K.
At Circle K, $1 can get you the freshest cup of coffee in the world. Every cup is ground fresh, right when you want it. So for a split second, your cup is the freshest on earth. Every cup ground fresh, starting at $1 at Circle K. Limited time only at participating locations.
Art of Granite. You know what? I love these guys for your kitchen countertops of any kind, especially granite. They only charge wholesale for material, whether you buy it from their showroom in Golden, beautiful showroom, or you go to another yard. They'll put it on their account. TheArtOfGranite.com. They only charge for fabrication and installation. They are direct stone importers. You need to call them to get your price on the phone. That's how confident they are. 303-386-5919. 386-5919. TheArtOfGranite.com.
But here's another thing on that, Tom.
I got a pee. What?
Is it had a bad head gasket leak. So he's saying, and the guy the thief drove it away. He said it's probably engine's gonna be ruined.
Oh my God!
Our family company's been designing and completing first-rate kitchens and baths that, frankly, your neighbors would be jealous of. Where to start, Todd? Dad, they just need to call us. We can help.
You still got the boot on, or did you get it off?
No, 3 more weeks.
Oh, holy cow!
Well,
really?
2.5.
Okay.
It's fun, it's really, other than not being able to do much, there's no pain, it's,
Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
I take it off to take a shower and sleep.
But it's a pain in the butt that you can't go do something. You can't
Right.
run around.
Yeah. Other than that, it's not a big deal.
800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
I would just hate to.
Do you suffer with joint pain?
Yeah, I know.
Taking
I just hate to
over-the-counter
be.
drugs such as NSAIDs or aspirin or even opioids that never seem to
You don't have any pain, do you?
No. There never was.
No, anything. I know you said your friend he had some arthritis pain and he took that CBD.
Yeah.
And
It was great.
And it was a rub-on stuff.
Yeah.
So I did that. I don't know if it's arthritis. I don't know. I think it's just every once in a while you wake up in the morning, your finger will be stiff or whatever. Is that arthritis? It's just like,
it depends. Arthritis is a physical condition. It's definitely an immune response in the joints.
Well, if I just go a little bit like this,
and it goes away, that's just old age. Really?
Is it?
Yeah.
Still being stiff there?
Being stiff. As long as you're stiff in other places, you're in good shape.
When you want.
Right. Well, it's always Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. You guys advertise that.
I know. We used to have some complaints from them.
Really?
Yeah.
About what?
Because the guy that called in was an older guy, and he said, yep, it got stiff, but there was no sensation.
Really? Well, you know what it is? It's injections that work almost 100% of the time. And I don't know because I've never, obviously I didn't deal with men. But I mean, I know the physiology of it. I didn't know that it decreases sensation.
Yeah, that's what he had said. No,
okay.
He might have just been different.
Right.
As far as that goes. But I don't know. But it would be something. Here you are. You're there. You're basically a tool.
Right.
You can't.
But at least you make your girlfriend happy.
There you go. There you go.
That's
You
what
hope.
Right.
You hope. Maybe she's just laying there too.
Well, then you might as well just not have sex.
Exactly.
If you're both not enjoying it.
Right. Go have a drink or turn the TV on.
Is your garage door making weird noises? This is Dave Logan. If you're having issues with your garage door, call Don.
So Dan, do you go up to your mountain place every weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So where do you live during the week?
Right over here in Centennial, Quebec and County Line.
Do you have is it a house or an apartment?
Yep.
And you go up to the mountains every weekend?
Yeah. I might go up Friday night. I might go up Saturday.
Wow.
I suppose I might miss 3 weekends a year.
Now, do you have someone that you're living with, or?
No.
Oh, so you're by yourself too?
Yeah. But my son's back from school, so he's with me right now.
Where's he going to school?
CSU.
Okay. Yeah, my son went there. He loved it.
Did he?
He's made, he went to Regis.
Where'd your son go?
CSU.
Yeah.
And he went to Regis, and they had a great, it's a small school, Regis High School. And a bunch of them all went to CSU.
Pardon me, are attorneys allowed to solicit, can John Fuller solicit a case? If he found out you were in an accident.
Can we ask him?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if this Edna's been on the air or not. She said with the T-bone situation, she said she was in an accident and by Monday she had somebody calling her. Ed says it's the same lady as some T-bone.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's the same lady because she's been on about something else.
She's never talked to you before.
Well, okay, that's fine. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter because it was a different issue even if she did.
Yeah, but absolutely. Then it's called
Call John.
Chasers, right?
Call John Fuller.
Yeah, but John Fuller can't solicit a client.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I honestly God don't know.
I thought
Find
the
out.
when they call them ambulance chasers, don't they follow the ambulance? And then when they go to find the guy who's...
I've heard of people showing up at airline crashes.
There you go.
I don't know, though.
Yes.
That could be a myth.
It's crazy.
I'm Tom Martino. What's going on? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, listen. Right now, we have a situation that I can't believe. Ryan took his truck to be enhanced performance parts.
No, it was broken down.
Oh, but he was doing performance parts.
Yeah, just,
it doesn't matter.
Diesel,
he took it in for a repair and for maintenance, whatever it is. They did not complete the job because the truck was stolen. He should not be charged for the job, period.
Regardless of the sign they have in the shop.
No, yes, because that meant no refund on performance parts, you would assume after the job was complete. He never got the performance parts. Oh, he may have got them in his hand. He didn't get them in the truck. And the contract said they were to be installed. I'm sorry. I'd make an argument all day long. They breached the contract. Okay, they can say it wasn't our fault we breached. We don't care. You don't keep his money, for God's sakes. You don't keep his money. I mean, why? Now, listen. No one's going to give money back on performance parts or any parts once they're installed.
Of course not.
But they were not installed. Certainly their supplier will take them back. And even if they don't, I don't care.
Exactly.
How can this company, what do they call busted nuts? What do they call them?
Busted nut.
Busted nut
diesel.
Diesel. Busted nut diesel.
Just one nut.
Busted nut diesel.
Don't get so worked up you bust one of your nuts.
Anyway, Ryan. What happened since we've handled this case? Are they moving at all? Are they moving off the dime?
So there's kind of two updates we have. I sent an email to live.
Just tell us what it is, sir, and we'll get to that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the first update, they are going to refund the money.
Oh, now I've been saying that. Oh, thank you, Busted. Okay, they're going to refund the money and.
They are going to charge me for return shipping and restocking fees.
Listen, hold on. Take what you can get right now, but that's ridiculous. That restocking and shipping, it wasn't your fault.
It got stolen in their custody as well.
That's what I'm getting. Anyway, keep going. What else?
How much does that represent, though? The stocking fees or shipping?
I don't know.
Anyway, what else? Keep going. What else?
I'm waiting to hear on that.
What else?
The truck was found in Pueblo on January 1st, and
on its way to Mexico.
I wasn't told about it until the 8th by the shop. I was talking to them, kind of touching base on what's going on.
Well,
they told me about
that part that part is a pain in the ass. But the point
they alluded to the Castle Rock cops that he stole his own vehicle. I mean, this was really weird, Tom.
Are they still thinking that you had some? Well, no, it's in Pueblo. Why would he drive it there?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Listen, if they have anything to do with that,
was it totaled?
Like, who stole it? Did they find?
So the officers haven't finished their investigation. The officer in charge of the case is going to be out today and tomorrow. Or, he should be back in the office tomorrow, so I can touch base with him. So we don't really know anything yet. The insurance company wants me to tow it to. Well, I haven't figured out if they want me to bring it back to the shop or if I can bring it to a different shop. Because obviously we're not on.
Well, here's the deal, okay? Your insurance, though, you have insurance on it, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, you better start taking care of this deal because you can be ripped off by your insurance too. But look find out what that shipping and restocking fee is going to be. I don't understand. Why would they charge you that, though? What is their reasoning behind that?
Well, I can legitimately say they're liars at this point, and I can say that because she told me on the air, and we have it recorded, she was going to do what was best for the customer. So
I will do what's right for our customer, and that is exactly what I told Ryan.
Well, that's not best for the customer.
Hey, Ryan, was the engine blown?
We have to get an inspection done on the truck by a diesel shop. But we're gonna have it towed to and that's like what I was saying. I don't know if the insurance company wants us to take it back to the shop that did the original diagnostic and compare what damage has been caused by the theft as opposed to what was already wrong with it. So we're still waiting to hear from the insurance company, but Busted Nut wants people to buy their own parts and bring them in to the store. They don't want to deal with any of that.
Well, there's nothing. I mean, they can do business any way they want, but
they sold you your parts.
But in your case, didn't they sell you the parts as part of it?
Yeah, I asked them to order the parts because my schedule wouldn't really line up with their schedule.
Look,
and I wouldn't be able to
I understand, but they're saying, to their defense, they're saying they never wanted to get involved in that crap, right?
Yeah, basically. So they say they're doing me a favor by ordering the parts and kind of middlemaning all this.
All right. Listen, I think that changes things a bit if that's not their normal way of doing business. Hang on.
I have a question. So if the truck is there and there's no further damage, then
he never. Well, either did she. But I still say it doesn't care because ultimately he paid her for the parts.
Well, Mark,
Listen to him.
Okay. He has the truck, right?
Yes.
If he doesn't bring now that he has the truck, if he doesn't bring it back to them to be fixed, he's breaching the contract.
Well, not if the insurance company is going to total it because it got stolen.
But if nothing is done, if there's no further damage to the truck, then he's obligated to bring it back and have the performance parts put in.
Yeah, well, they're all going to be screwed if they touched it now because if you recall, it was overheating. So let's say they made that so bad, they do all these parts, and the fucking head gasket's gone or whatever, and there's major damage.
Well,
they're both asking for big trial.
They got to do the re-diagnostic. And if I was an insurance company, I would want them to go back to Busted Nut too, because they already did the original diagnostic.
Exactly.
And so
have them do a diagnostic. Right. If nothing further has been done, then they put the parts.
Well, why wouldn't you bring it to a third party altogether, though, and say, here's what Busted Nut said it needed to get it fixed?
As long as you trusted that.
Right. But then if the truck doesn't have any further damage.
But let's not forget, and Tom, I don't know why that changes your mind, because let's not forget where the vehicle got stolen from.
That doesn't matter. You've always said that.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter because they weren't responsible for it getting stolen.
No, I'm saying yes.
But they recovered the truck. If no damage is done.
Yes, if no damage is done.
Well, that's the big if.
Yeah.
That's what you need to find out.
I don't know what you're saying about.
Well, no one knows.
That because it was there and it was stolen from there, why it matters.
They're breaching the contract. They agreed to install the parts, sell the parts. They agreed to everything.
Right, but if they bring the truck back there, they'll do it.
Right.
If they don't total the truck. I'm not even talking about that. I'm assuming the truck's going to be totaled.
Well, then you.
How many vehicles are stolen, found a week later in the same exact shape?
Mine.
Okay. Was yours into the shop for $16,000 in damage?
No, but it was stolen. They found it a week later, and some kids had just taken it for drugs.
How'd they steal it?
Well, I lived in Tom's in a gated.
What happened?
I left the garage door open
with the keys in.
What? Yeah, I always put the keys in the cup holder.
I borrowed a vehicle like that.
So I wake up to go to play golf one day. I walk into the garage. The garage is empty.
In the country club?
Yeah.
I keep my keys in there all the time.
So do I.
Yeah, but I left the garage door open. That was the problem. I went to take
hold on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some kids climbed over the fence.
How could they see your cars?
How could they what? The garage door was open.
Could you see it from the street?
Well, I'm sure they were just walking around and they,
How do they know it was kids?
Oh, because they found them.
But they did?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
They just taken it for joy. Other than the fact that it smelled like smoke.
I know a cop.
What do they do with it?
I know a cop will get really pissed at you. for calling it a joyride. He hates that.
Well,
Yeah, but that's a law, I thought.
Well, he said it
Isn't
ain't
that
No, he says it's not a fucking joyride, it's theft.
You bet, but I
It
think
makes it sound like a little, oh, they just
Right,
wanted to
but
have
no, they stole it to take a joyride, so it's...
I thought that was an actual law. Joyride.
Who gives a shit? I'm just talking about a cop hated that expression.
Joyride.
Yeah.
What do you mean a law?
I thought that was beer versus stealing. That it was like a
No,
lesser-
man, that's stealing. You
Yeah,
take someone's
okay.
vehicle, you stole
They
it.
stole...
Okay, so let me look that up.
The only way I would call it a joyride is if you borrowed the car
Your parents' car.
and brought it the fuck back and no one even noticed it was gone.
Right.
Then I could say you went on a joyride.
So you know what pissed me off? They took the car to Denver, to the impound lot. So I go to pick it up. I can't pick it up because it's fucking Cesar Chavez Day. So of course the insurance company, another $26. Who the hell celebrates fucking Cesar Chavez Day?
I don't know who that is.
He was a farm guy, remember? Cesar Chavez,
in California.
the farm workers in California.
He unionized.
Unionized.
Well, what? It's a holiday?
In Denver, it's a holiday. So I go to the
okay.
impound lot. It's closed because it's fucking Cesar Chavez Day. I have to go back a second day to pick up the car.
I wonder if you could argue that. So if a lot is closed, can they still charge you? If you don't have the ability to pick it up.
Well, they did.
Well, okay, then if I owned a lot, I would shut down for the fucking year and make 365 times whatever.
But this is the Denver City. You can't fight the fucking government.
So right here, joyriding is different. Joyriding is taking a car without intending to keep it.
Okay, now I'm
In
plugged in.
contrast to a person who steals a car, Grand Theft Auto, who does not intend to give it back.
Gotcha.
So what's your point, though?
My point, it's just different, two different things.
You're saying whoever took his diesel truck.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
No,
that.
You're telling me.
He's talking about my car.
I'm talking about his car where kids took it.
How do you know they didn't have the intent?
Now, what were you saying?
How would you ever prove the intent?
Joyriding is taking a car
No,
without intending
I
to keep
use
it.
But how would you do that?
Wait a second. I just...
And is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
Usually a
Where
misdemeanor.
are you, Colorado?
Oh my God.
Dan, I use
Okay,
that term
so listen, if
generically.
you ever steal a car and they pull you over, you just say, hey, I'm joyriding.
Exactly.
I was
That's
going to
it.
bring it back. Oh, that's.
I was going to bring it back.
I'll bet you that doesn't exist in
Mark,
Colorado.
I just use that generically.
I'll bet you that doesn't exist in That has to be California. Where is that actually? Where is that law? I want to know
It's
where
not a
you can
law,
have-
it's some Google result.
No, if it's a law though, I want to know what stupid state where that's a law. And just say I was going to bring it back. Oh, it's not a felony anymore.
No, I was using that generically.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, he said there are two separate laws, one for stealing, one for joyriding. And I don't know, I've never heard of that before.
See where this lawyer's at here.
Bullshit.
He's trying to stir it up, Tom.
I know.
He's stirring it.
Too much bullshit.
But I'll look in Colorado.
Yeah, right.
endorsements in town telling you who you should call for your
Joyriding is
next
different
homeowner.
from stealing
But
a
you have to
car.
ask yourself, is that who they called when it was time for them to get a mortgage? When you hear an on-air personality talk about ideal home loans, it's because they picked up the phone and called us for their own personal home loan. To find out how
So the worst thing was...
You understand, though, that's what everybody would say.
No, but what if you bring it to a chop shop and stuff and they're already doing it? Or you
They were going to upgrade it. And I was going to bring it back in better condition.
Well, of course, now you're getting ridiculous.
How about Putty? Was he joyriding? Or not Putty.
Putty
who
was not joyriding.
Who was the
Do
other
you
guy?
think there's any chance of getting Joe Lazara on?
Who
too,
stole
for
the
a
car
question?
for, because Jerry wasn't maintaining. How about that fucking knob? Your shifter knob was loose.
You know, this big board's coming in handy to keep track. So the handicap apartment, sharpest rides, incomplete, tail claim.
Oh, make sure you add this one, the busted nut diesel. What really got me is how she started saying, well, what happens if he stole his own car? It's like, are you fucking really on the radio saying your customer stole their own car and pointing to a sign why you don't have to refund them?
Text the nationwide keyword coffee to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation.
So there is joyriding in Colorado.
And what is it?
But it looks like it's still a felony. It's a
Then what the
class
fuck's
five
the difference? It's still...
and one depends upon the value of the car.
Well, if your kids
it
take
always
your
does.
car...
What happens if you're
Yeah,
having
joyriding.
sex while driving? Is that joyriding?
No, but it's a Mile High Club.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Are you in pain? Do you have some anxiety? Listen, I don't know what it does, but CBD products make you feel better. They really do. And I can tell you that from firsthand experience, that it's not a high. CBD is a good thing for pain and for, just anxiety. It's also good for sleep. Real CBDthatworks.com, part of Panacea Life Sciences in Golden. That's where they're located. They're a national company. It's wonderful stuff. Real CBDthatworks.com. So we're having so many discussions on and off the air that we'll let you in on. One of them we had when a woman called about an attorney. She still hasn't been on the air. We'll take her now, and then we'll get John Fuller's take on this. John Fuller is our personal injury attorney, our go-to expert for all things automobile traffic accidents and personal injury, and he really has a good head on his shoulders when it comes to going after, finding money, seizing it, collecting, and whether to pursue a case or not. Again, I'm going to let him up right now. John, if you could just listen to her. This is, I'm not sure I think it has something to do with soliciting. Edna, what's going on with you, Edna?
Hi, I had someone T-boned me April the 26th, 19, and Monday morning, an attorney's office called me. I did not call these people, and I asked her how did she get my number.
Well, wait. You didn't tell me what the attorney called about.
I was T-boned.
But what did the attorney call about? You didn't tell. What did the attorney call about? Is he representing the other party? Is he what did he call about?
This attorney the investigator called me out the blue.
For what? For what reason, Edna? Just to talk to you? For what reason did they call you? I'm just asking a simple question.
They called me because I was T-boned. They must have got my number off the accident report.
Okay, because you were T-boned. Were they trying to solicit your business, or did they call to say, I hope you're feeling better?
No, they solicited me off of my accident report.
Okay, so they called and said, what, do you need an attorney?
Yes, and I said yes. But the problem is I did agree to them to represent me, but I'm having problems with them representing me.
How long ago did you agree to this, dear?
April the 26th, 19.
Okay, April the 26th. They called you the same day. Now, what manner of agreement did you do? Did they send you a fee agreement?
Yes, they sent me a contract, and I signed it that Monday. The accident was Thursday.
And what are the concerns What are the concerns you're having?
The attorney does not want to sue the insurance company because of my accident.
Well, the attorney may be using his best judgment. It may not be. Now, listen, we got two issues here. We got your representation, and then we have whether or not he should have solicited you. Let's take one thing at a time. John Fuller, Fuller Law, is there a rule, or is there a courtesy, or is there anything at all to do with soliciting?
Absolutely. You're not supposed to do it.
Now, is that some kind of law, or is it a bar association regulation?
It's one of the ethical guidelines that we all are supposed to follow. But I don't doubt that she's telling the truth. I've heard of investigators contacting people. I've heard of, and you hear rumors and you don't know what's true or not true, but I've heard of people paying off ambulance crews to pass along information. I mean, you hear all these crazy stories, but yes, it is not something that an attorney's office should be doing per se. I can absolutely say.
Can she use that as an excuse to get out of the arrangement?
She doesn't need that excuse. She's got the absolute right to fire those attorneys right now if she wants to. I don't know what her contract says that the law firm could charge her in the event that she decided to terminate them. Ma'am, have there been any offers made in this case from the insurance company?
He does not want to represent me anymore because I won't settle for lease.
Edna, what did they offer is what he's asking. What was offered?
The offer was $16,000. Is that what you need, the money price?
Yeah, now hold on. Is it 16 your part or 16 total, and the attorney takes some of that?
The attorney takes more than that. The total is $16,667, and I will get $4,000 out of that.
You'll get how much out of that?
$4,000.
Okay.
How did they figure that?
That's my problem. He says one thing, and I have all the emails. If I can get someone to call me offline, because
we will.
I need to go back to work.
But okay, we will. But Edna, Edna, so they offered 16. You get to keep 4. Now we have a third issue. How do you if the damages are divvied up correctly? But Edna, what if 16,000 is all you'll ever get? What if it's not worth more than that?
Well, the law is 25,000.
There's no law. No, there's no law that says you get 25,000. Where'd you hear that?
She's saying the minimal. That's what she's saying.
Edna, there's no law that says you need to get $25,000 minimum. Okay.
Tom, attorney, is there a law?
The state of Colorado requires that people carry at least 25,000, but that does
not.
But
Edna, listen to what he's saying now. Finish that. Yeah. Finish that, John. What does that mean? That minimum of 25? That they have to pay a minimum?
Yeah. No, it just means that you have to carry that minimal amount of insurance is the least you can carry. They're never going to pay you more than your case is worth. What is your case worth? That's a combination of factors like your medical treatment, your bills, your wage loss, your pain and suffering, all of those factors. And in many instances, those don't exceed the $25,000 threshold.
And they're many times less than that. So here's what I want to do. I want to thank John Fuller. If you need advice, you go to John Fuller, 303-597-4500. John Fuller. It's personalinjuryco.com, 303-597-4500. Now I want to talk to Edna. Edna, I'm saying this with the utmost respect, but I don't think we can help you. I think probably your attorney is now as far as divvying that up, you should ask for a total settlement sheet to see where all those costs are going, and we'd be happy to go over that with you. However, I think you have a miscalculation. And even if they were to pay you a minimum of 25, there is no law that says that. That's what you think, but there is no law. You just heard the attorney tell you that. Even if you did get up to 25,000, your take would not be much more. I think you're wasting your time, and the attorney does not feel it's worth it. I, without even hearing from your attorney, feel that you are probably being unreasonable.
Who is her attorney?
Who is your attorney, Edna?
Mint.
Who?
The Mint law firm.
Oh, Mint's law firm it is, I think. M-I-T something. M-I-N-T. Listen, it doesn't matter. I'm not telling you should keep the attorney. I'm not telling you should get rid of the attorney. But I don't want to help you. It just sounds like you're being unreasonable. You think you should have a minimum of 25,000. That's ridiculous. The only thing we can help you with is how they divvy up that money.
Depends on our contract. That seems like a bigger percentage they're getting.
I'll bet what happened is
they're getting 66%.
The investigator.
She's ridiculous.
The investigator probably gave her a card, and this guy has some kind of.
Hold on, guys. Right after this one. All right, Master Rooter Plumbing, we had a call just today. The lady was going to have to get a sewer line done. We're going to see how that turns out in the coming days. But if she calls up Master Rooter, the problem would have never happened, and she'd save up to 50%, maybe even more off a sewer line replacement. If you have an estimate out there for sewer line replacement, you have to get a second opinion from these guys. Master Rooter, they also give great discounts to everybody, or almost everybody. 720-434-3406. Write it down, 24/7 emergency service, 720-434-3406. How long was that?
I'll bet what happened, the investigator gave her a card with the attorney's name on it. And he has some kind of deal with the investigator, so he's not directly soliciting.
What'd you say, Ed? I'm sorry.
What?
She got called. And we know how to help. The next morning she got called.
By the investigator. Or by the attorney.
I think she's calling the attorney the investigator. Right. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think they solicited her. She signed up. They did that wrong.
But why are they collecting 66%?
Because they can.
Well, what makes you think 66? The $4,000 to the 16?
No, she said that was settled for 16.6, and she's getting a little over $4,000.
Yeah, I want to look at that. Well, it's funny you said that. I wanted to look at a percentage calculator. Watch this. I think she's even more confused. I'm just curious if we're going to see 35 here. So I want to know percentage calculator. What is 35% of 25,000?
It's
No,
about $8,500.
No, she's getting 4,000.
Yeah, but 35% of 25 is about 8,500.
Yeah, you nailed it. It is. So that number doesn't make any sense.
No, but she said they're doing 16 and change.
16, right.
Right, and she's getting $4,000.
Right.
Basically, so
That's what
she's
she
getting.
said.
I understand that, but you guys, that part means nothing until you look at
Right.
it. Because let's say there's $10,000 that goes to the chiropractor, so he gets paid $10,000. Then out of the 16, there's fucking 6,000 left. Insurance or attorney gets $2,000, she gets $4,000.
No, this is strictly for the car.
What do you mean for the car? This has nothing to do with the car.
Her car was totaled.
The personal injury attorney has nothing to do with the fucking car.
She didn't say she had injuries.
The personal injury attorney has nothing to do with the car.
Right. But
nothing.
She didn't even say she had injuries.
You're not listening to me.
What difference
in
does
the
that
settlement, the car has nothing to do with this. The property is handled completely separately.
Mark,
I understand.
Hang on a minute.
She didn't say she had injuries.
I want to start a little argument with Mark. So you made a comment the other day in Vegas. I was like, wow, 50 in Vegas isn't the same in Colorado. You're like, BS. So I just talked to John Fuller.
50 at what?
60 in Colorado is different than 60 in Florida.
What do you mean?
And
I don't even know what you're talking
60
about.
degrees. 60 degrees in Florida is different than 60 degrees in
only
Colorado.
Only because of perception.
Well, yeah. Same with Vegas.
Right.
60 degrees in Vegas is different than 60 degrees
What do you
here.
mean?
I
don't even know how to. I don't even know how to enter into this.
Because
argument.
no, you have to take. That's why with weather they have to take the moisture, the temperature.
Medium rare in Vegas is different than medium rare in Colorado.
No, because if you have a dew
the
point,
temperature of my hot tub
it'll be
in
cold.
fucking Colorado is different than my temperature of my hot tub in
It's
Vegas.
the same humidity, no wind here at 60 degrees.
I didn't say the wind's not different.
Wait, you're talking about perception.
And humidity's not different.
I'm saying 60 degrees is 60 degrees.
Right.
No, we're talking ambient.
Of course 60. Thank you. See, he is an engineer.
Of course, it is 60 and 60.
60 degrees is 60
But
degrees.
it may not feel like she's saying.
Well, and if our legal PI expert is saying 60 degrees is different in Florida than it is here, we've got all kinds of
It's the
issues.
same exact ambient. If you took out the moisture
In the wind.
Right.
But you're talking about like wind chill factor.
or perception, right?
Wait, but if it's 20 degrees in Denver, and it's 20 degrees in Tahoe.
We've all discussed, and you're wrong.
And the wind is blowing in Colorado. The 20 degrees is going to feel like zero.
Right.
Or in
The wind
San
chill.
Francisco,
Because the wind chill.
But
you can have an ambient temperature in San Francisco that's 80
Right.
and freeze your fucking ass off because the wind is blowing in from that ocean.
Exactly.
Oh my God, it's so cold. But the ambient temperature doesn't pick that up. Your
Right.
skin does.
It's still 80.
80, right. You're talking about perception, not absolute temperature.
exactly, you look at
She's wrong.
She's
call
way
it-
wrong.
It's actually
And worse than that, John Fuller's wrong.
Exactly. I know it's called wind chill, but in the summer it's a comfort index.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, when you look at it, the Weather Channel will tell you
Yeah.
feels like.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And it feels like is what counts.
Well, it can be 80 degrees and the sun has no clouds directly beating on you, and it feels hotter than 80 degrees.
Right.
But that's a feeling. We don't judge
Right.
feelings.
Tell Suzanne
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, so Suzanne came in to pick a fight with Mark and said, I verified it. 60 degrees in Florida is different than 60 degrees here. I know what she's saying. The comfort index is different. The wind chill index is different.
That's all I'm saying. It feels different.
It feels
That's what
totally
I'm saying
different.
about
Yes, right.
Vegas, too.
Feelings.
Hold on. 60 degrees feels different here in the winter than it does in the summer. 60 degrees feels differently in Alaska than it does in Florida.
Mark. See, I win.
But the 60-degree ambient temperature is exactly 60 degrees no matter where you are. Then you add the other factors, which is moisture and wind. And is there any other factor, actually?
Elevation?
Well, that's part of...
Heat index?
I don't know if elevation would count. I don't know if elevation in and of itself, I don't know if that would count unless it thins your blood or something, and then therefore...
Baking bread, it affects...
That's because the boiling water is at a different temperature up here.
But the point is, 60 is 60 is 60, and 80 is 80 is 80, but it feels differently. Like I can freeze my ass off in San Francisco at 80 or 78 degrees. I don't know why, but that breeze, that ocean breeze. But if you take a temperature, if you take a thermometer, it picks up the ambient. Your skin picks up the comfort index.
You know what? I'm just going to say it right now. I was wrong. 60 degrees in Colorado and 60 degrees in Las Vegas are different.
No.
And Florida.
Donald?
It's different.
And in Florida.
Donald?
Thank you.
All three are different.
You're
Donald,
always wrong.
What's going on with medical billing? We got a doctor here, even though most doctors don't have a clue about medical billing. They have their staffs do it, or they have a whole special staff just to do it, or they contract completely third-party services, right, Doc? Don't there some offices that do that?
Yeah, we had a woman in my office who did nothing but insurance billing.
Okay. And Donald?
Yes.
What is your question?
Yes, my question about my medical bill. I was there at the Christian Center Rosa Center.
At where were you?
At the Christian Rosa Center, the one that everybody get their complaint on a medical bill there. Yes, they outraged my medical bill. I was admitted there last month in October and November 11th.
Yeah, and what happened?
What happened is when they admitted me for pancreatitis infection, I just now received my bill. One was $3,492, and the other one was $901. But the thing about it, I did not ask for a KAG. I didn't ask for all that other stuff. That's unnecessary. Because
Well, how did you end up there? Were you taken there by ambulance, or did you walk in?
Oh no! My son took me there. I was I had an pancreatitis infection, which I had it before. I had it before in 2007.
I understand, Donald, but this most recent visit, did you walk in?
Yes.
Was it an emergency room?
Yes.
And then they did certain tests that you said you did not ask for.
Right, I did not ask for it because when I went before...
But, Donald, you don't get to ask for them. I mean, really, this is one field where if you go into a hospital, they will do what they think they need to do to rule out certain things because they don't want to be sued, and they don't ask your permission for everything if you're in there in an emergency.
Oh, okay.
If you walked in, for example, I'm going to give you a great example. This happened one time, not to me, but you walk in and you say, I'm very dizzy and I have a headache. I'm having a migraine, but they want to do an MRI or they want to do something because the doctor suspects a brain tumor. What I'm saying is I don't know Doc, what is the rule? Like, you guys have I'm talking about emergency medicine now.
You do what you think is necessary to diagnose and treat the patient. End
now,
of story.
if in an emergency, but if they walked into your office and I said I'm dizzy and I have a headache, you would say, well, I recommend an MRI, but you can't make me take one.
Correct.
And so, Donald, that's the difference. It's when you go to an emergency room, you sign something, and usually it's a consent that they can do what's reasonable or what they think was within the scope of your injury. They can't ask you for each individual test.
Is that your portion of it?
Yes, and I wish I didn't need it because I went before there, and they only took a blood test, and I was out the next day.
Okay, listen.
Understand.
You now owe $3,400 plus $900.
Yes, sir.
And that's your portion.
Right.
What's your insurance?
My insurance paid $1,100 of it. That was it.
What is your insurance? What is the name of your insurance?
Humana.
Okay.
Humana.
Did part of it go to your deductible? That could be what's happening?
Probably everything he's paying probably
does. It didn't reach my deductible. Well,
if you didn't reach your deductible, then why are they even paying $1,100?
Well, it's probably like a 80-20 or 70-30.
Usually there's a deductible before anything, but I don't care. I'm not going to get into that right now. Donald, I can't fight this for you, man.
I'd like to say this. Donald, welcome to Obamacare.
You know,
as long as the tests were done in a reasonable fashion.
Right.
In other words, if he went in for a headache and they did a kidney transplant, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
has that happened, Doc?
Only once.
Heather.
Yes.
You had an original complaint, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And it was about what? Your phone?
Yes, I bought a used refurbished iPhone 8 Plus from a company in Parker, and it stopped working, and I took it to be repaired to a different shop, and when the guy opened it up, it had water and glitter inside it.
Yeah, like it was like damaged somehow, and you're wondering how can you refurbish something without opening it up and cleaning it?
How would you ever
Correct.
prove you didn't do it, though?
Yeah, that's the problem. How long have you?
Well,
how long
because
did
the
you
guy that-
own it, Heather?
3 months.
And then it started acting up after 3 months?
Correct. But the guy that I took it to for the repairs signed a statement that the water damage was so old that there was rust on the screw.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's really good. Uh-huh. Okay. So
I'm taking him. You said to take him to small claims court.
yeah,
and
I said if the guy wouldn't do anything, but when you talked to the original shop, is it A Plus Computers?
Correct.
Why won't they try to help you? I mean, if they sold you a phone.
He is rude and he's threatening, and
if it didn't come with a warranty,
State's website.
No, hold on. Mark's bringing up a good point. Did you buy this as is?
See, I don't know. I don't have a receipt.
Then I'd assume you did.
Well, in the absence of one, you don't have one. In other words, the default is you buy here, pay here, as is. Good luck. That's the default. Unless the guy lied to you. Now, what did you just say?
There was a 3-month warranty on it, and it stopped working 2 weeks after the 3-month warranty was up, of course.
So there was a 3-month warranty, not a 3-month, 2-week warranty. So, I mean, that sucks. But that tells me this guy probably didn't knowingly sell it bad. Unless, did he say anything? When you say refurbished, where'd you get that word?
That's the word he used.
Did he use it on a receipt?
She doesn't have one.
Oh, he does. That's right. Well, we got a problem, Heather, because he's going to say, I sold it to her as is.
I'm curious how glitter got in there.
The guy's going to say, right. I didn't even know it was I didn't even say it was refurbished. Because here's why. For example, Verizon sells certified pre-owned phones. It's Verizon certified pre-owned. And that means that it's certified pre-owned, and you can expect a certain level of commitment. But on eBay and Amazon, you see all kinds of refurbish, but what does refurbish mean? And you can't even prove the guy said refurbish. By the way, did we ever call A Plus Computers for you?
Yes, you did, and he denied everything I've said.
What do you mean denied it? Denied what?
So, Tom, my premise is that...
Heather, can you please finish one thing at a time? What did he deny, dear? What did he deny?
Everything.
So he denied he even sold it to you?
No.
Well, that's everything. That's everything.
That.
So did he acknowledge it was an iPhone?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so he didn't deny that. So you said he denied everything. I'm trying to get to the point he denied. Did he deny that he used the word refurbished, or did we not go there?
We didn't go there.
Okay. Did he deny what you paid for it?
No.
Okay. So let's get to this point. What did he deny? Because it's not everything. What did he deny?
Well, he wouldn't. He essentially said that I'm lying
about
everything.
What? About what? That there was no glitter and water in it.
Correct.
Okay. Or that you did it?
He never said that, no.
He just said it didn't happen.
Correct.
And you have a report on it, right? And probably photos,
yes,
right?
Well, when's the court date coming up? What's your question now, though? You have a court date.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to let you know that I couldn't find the company in the Secretary of State's website.
Just go have him served personally.
The clerk, I don't know his last name. So the clerk said, go in and take a picture of his business license. So I went in, and he threatened to call the police on me, that was illegal if I didn't delete the photo. He was rude
Well,
and
that's not true.
mean
That's
and
not
threatening.
true. So, did you delete the
I
photo?
know. No, I used the information and I did
Excellent.
find the
Good.
company on the secretary,
Good.
but it's delinquent.
So, what difference does that? What does that mean to you?
That he's not maintaining a proper business standing with the Secretary of State's
So what
office.
does that mean? Does that mean that therefore you get your money back? No, Heather, you're
No,
trying
of
to.
course not, but there's a pattern. There's a pattern here.
No, there isn't. You know
Why is not
what?
legit?
My companies go delinquent every single year because you're supposed to pay $5 and fill out that form. Literally.
Okay, but when I took the phone in and said to him, "I want my money back," he took the phone and he said, "Well, I'll give you $75 for it."
But Heather, of course, because he's denying that it was broken when he sold it.
I think you're going to waste $55 filing this.
You don't have any proof. Well, hold on. Why?
But there's more.
What?
There's more.
But you so far, okay, you keep saying there's more or that he denied everything or that there's something there. Get right to the point. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Okay, so the phone had a parental pin on it that I had forgotten. So I left him the phone and he said he would figure out if he could reset it to factory settings to buy it from me. 2 days later, I went back in and I said, "I want my phone back." He said, No, I've sent it out for repairs. You have to pay $125 if you want your phone back. I never gave him permission to give those repairs. He didn't own it.
He's going to say you did.
And now the phone is gone.
Oh, my God.
He probably resold it to another unsuspecting customer.
How long ago did he demand the $125?
I'm going to see if I can get this guy on.
Here, Heather, can I say something? I'm not saying I doubt you, but here is what it sounds like. Here's how another party could interpret it. Wait, Mark, here's how another party could interpret it. Heather bought a phone as is. Heather got pissed off because it stopped working. She took it in and demanded it get fixed. He sent it out to be fixed. Now he wants $125. She refused, so he sold it. That's how it sounds, okay? You see, Heather, I have as much proof for that scenario as you do for yours. Do you understand? You sound so reasonable, don't you? So do I. That's the problem. Documentation.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon.
Opened the phone, he just resold it.
Why did he resell it?
To her. He bought it and resold it. He never refurbished it. He never claimed he refurbished it, remember?
I don't remember this.
I do.
Did you do the call? You called the guy?
No, he was on the air.
Oh, okay.
And he said he just sold it. He never. The reason that he never said there was glitter in it because he never opened the phone. Does that make sense? So you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't.
I kind of remember that.
I don't have a very good memory.
You need that bio team.
My phone is
right,
missing.
Tom?
My phone is missing.
I think A+ Computers has it.
No, I'm serious. It's missing.
Did you just have it up here? Or did you even bring it up?
No, I have it. I lost it. I gotta go get my find my phone. Seriously. I think it's in the bathroom or it's over in their coffee thing.
I'm calling you.
I don't. Tom, he's just pointing at you.
All right, let's talk about Fix It 24/7. This is a company you can depend on for honesty, ethics, professionalism, and experience. They have a $39 diagnostic fee. That is the most fair fee I've ever seen because of what they do. They will search for any problem with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains and give you a for sure estimate to get it fixed, and they'll apply the $39. So it turns out to be a free call if you get the work done. FixMyHome.com. FixMyHome.com. I'm going to do fix. Don't do that part because that rings my computer here too.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the other one. The
Find my iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to help you there.
No, I know, but it won't help because I have the. This was off, it would help.
Oh, okay.
It's
got it.
Pain in the ass.
Call 720-307-4794 or visit iconeyecare.com to schedule your
Find my office is going to say it's in this building.
expert eye care that you deserve.
You just got to go to system.
I looked in the bathroom, I didn't see it.
Fuck.
On the sink or the urinals, I didn't look in the booth if you went in the booth.
Son of a bitch. Fuck. Where is I don't know where the Find My Phone is.
Oh, it'll be one. It's an app you should have on there.
Yeah. Well, I know it is. I just don't know where it is.
Isn't it at the very? Where's all your apps? So, yeah.
No, these are not my apps. It's not an app. What it is, it's well, it could be an app, I guess, but no, it would be an app on the phone. I'm talking on here. There's a place I go for this, and I forget. I don't know where. I do it now and then.
Mine's in the app.
Yeah, mine's on my app.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
The app on your fucking phone. I'm talking about going on my computer to find it.
No, mine. I'm saying mine is on my tablet.
You have an app on your tablet?
It says Find My iPhone.
Yeah. Mine too.
Okay, let me see if I have one of those then. I didn't know you had that.
But I think where's my phone?
What good is it on the phone if you're looking for your phone? You have to have it on your tablet.
No, but it's part of settings. Where's Find My Phone? Do you know where I can find it?
Yeah, you.
It's right here. There it is.
Oh, I can't find my phone.
Found it.
Yeah, it's an app on your computer, right, Tom?
No, it's part of settings. It's not an app. Not on a computer.
Always, if you search here, Find My Phone, it'll come right up.
Darn it, where's my phone? I hope I left mine downstairs.
Or not. Oh, it's not on your internet accounts, Tom. It'd be your Apple stuff.
No, I know. I know. And it's here somewhere. I just can't.
I'm gonna run downstairs looking for mine
okay.
too. So
here.
I just gotta switch this over.
It'll show it here. No, that's not it.
Where it is under settings. I'm not familiar with the MacBook as much.
I found it. I did it before.
It's under password and security, maybe.
Woo, he does not like that woman.
Oh, I'll bet.
He's like, she's a nut.
But if you remember, Mark,
They got court on the 28th. He goes, listen, I'm done. I went in court.
Mark, you remember we called him. He said he never refurbished the phone. Whatever was inside, he didn't open the phone.
No, but that'll
open the
take
phone
me to
up.
there.
He sold it as is to her.
This doesn't.
Makes no sense.
No, that's, yeah.
Remember that?
He's very hard to
That's weird.
understand.
Yeah, it's an Indian guy,
Oh, there
right?
it is.
Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Here now.
But he said he never opened the
I
phone.
can actually hear Taiwanese.
I gotta
You can
find
tell
this
that
stupid
between
fucking
Mandarin and,
app. That's what I'm looking for.
Taiwanese,
This
right?
app.
That's right.
I would search your whole computer, not your settings. It's probably on your computer.
Fuck.
Does your phone
I've
have
done
crack
it
in
before, and I found my Mac. I mean, I found it.
No.
No, I saw a phone when I was getting coffee sitting there, but you weren't at the coffee machine, were you?
Tom, does your phone have a crack?
Yeah.
It's your phone.
Where's
Where's
your
your coffee machine?
Little chips.
Where's your phone?
I lost it.
I saw it. I didn't realize yours was lost.
Check it out, downtown South.
Sure.
That's
Here.
why he's trying to find
Hold
it.
on, I'm gonna show you how this works though.
I just go to findmyiphone.com and then go that way. I go right to the
Look,
left.
here's what it does. Now, if I go to my iPhone, Thomas's iPhone, right there.
It's here.
It's here. Now, what you can do is you click on it, and I can play sound. Watch.
Yeah.
It'll play a sound now. Playing a sound. That's how I do it. So it's not an app on here. It's part of your Apple ID.
It is.
Do you have an Apple?
I have a tab. Yes, an Apple tablet.
Yeah.
And there's an
Yeah,
app on it. that
because
says-
it's a tablet.
Right.
They don't put them on computers.
No, I said it's on my tablet.
And I have one on my iPad too, and I have it on my phone. I have them all over.
Right.
I think what a great thing.
No, I used it. I've used it before, and I found it hidden in my car under the seat because I was able to play that sound.
Right.
But I wish it was a louder sound. It's not that loud.
And I had my phone on silent. I was able to do it.
Wow. Or must over.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. You know, so many people get ripped off because they hear about this invention submission company or 2 or 3 or 4 on the internet. Don't get hooked by those lying, cheating ripoffs. Truly, if you have an invention or a trademark or something you want to copyright. Now, you may have heard when you copyright something, it's automatically copywritten. It is, but you don't get damages unless it's registered. So, Mark Trenner can answer any and all of your questions. Mark Trenner, Trenner Law, 720-221-3708, 720-221-3708, and he's on my referral list at referralist.com. So, Mark is talking to the computer guy, or who did? Did Mark already talk to him and say,
Mark
boy,
called him and said
he does not like her. Mark, come on in and tell us about that computer guy. And, apparently he called him. What's the bottom line, Mark? What's the bottom line? Hey, the computer guy, you talked to him. What did he say? Just tell us, please.
You know, he's very frustrated, to say the minimum. He's saying, listen, I sold it to her. It wasn't refurbished or whatever she's saying. It was as is. It worked for well over the warranty period I gave her.
And that's it.
Then she brought it back to me and said she wants it fixed, so I sent it out to get reprogrammed or fixed. And then she said she didn't want it fixed, but it was too late. So, I mean, it's basically what she said.
So it's her word against your... So, Heather, it's your word against his. He says it was never refurbished. It was as is.
And he said the court date's on the 28th, and, you know, he'll see her then.
So you may as well follow through, Heather.
You know, he refused service.
Well, he just said... First of all, it doesn't matter. Was he served?
The sheriff went in and he refused. He refused service.
Well,
he threatened to call the police on me, Tom.
Well, he said he's got a court date.
Did you ask him that?
Heather,
Where's
he's
the phone now?
claiming you abandoned it for cost of repair.
Oh my gosh!
Well, guess what? I
went in and said I wanted it back.
Here's the problem. You should have never left it without a receipt that said, we'll fix free of charge. Heather, why do you think everyone else has the problem and not you?
Because that's what he does.
No, that's not, Heather, you're not addressing the question. How is it that you can't see anything you've done wrong? How is that possible? How is that possible? You don't see anything you did wrong that everyone should believe you, right?
How could he not have known it had prior damage? That's
he
his
said
job. That's
it
his
was
business.
as is.
He should have disclosed that to me, Tom. You have to disclose material defects when you sell real estate and cars.
No, that's
Why don't you have to disclose that when you're selling
First of all, listen. You do not have to disclose damage on a car. Wrong.
Okay.
Okay? And I don't know why you don't have to disclose it on a phone. Because there is no law that says you do. That's why. But Heather... If you dropped it off, why didn't you get a receipt? You already didn't trust him. Why didn't you get a receipt that says we'll fix free of charge?
Okay,
he says he's got signed receipts, by the way.
Were with me, and we went in and we were talking about the parental PIN. He didn't know if he could reset it to factory settings.
He's
or
saying
if it could even be repaired.
He's denying all that and said he went in. You went in to get it repaired.
Said,
that's what he's saying. You went in to get it repaired. You went in to get it repaired. Listen. I'm done. I'm not going to handle it. Not because I don't like helping. First of all, it looks like she bought a phone as is. Does she have proof it was refurbished? No. She had a 3-month warranty. Did it last? Yes. Did she take it back to him and drop it off? Yes. Did he get it repaired? Yes. Did she refuse to pay? Yes.
He sounded pretty legit, too. I looked up his ratings. You know, Google ratings don't mean much, but he's got 5 stars, 150 reviews.
Oh, my God. Okay, what's going on with Jacob? Jacob, what's happening?
Hey, I just wanted to ask you a quick question. You were talking about the nuisance abatement law the other day, and I was wondering, I drive for Uber. Say one of my passengers gets taken by the police. Are you saying that they could take my car, too, as
Yes, in Denver, if you're an Uber driver in Denver, and one of your passengers breaks the law and he's in your car or was just got out of your car or is just getting in your car, the city of Denver, without justification, without proof, without a criminal sentence, without a criminal conviction, without an adjudication, can take your car and keep it. Yes.
That's crazy. That's way crazy.
And you know what? The city would tell you no. In fact, the whore-loving mayor will tell you no. He will say it's not true. It is true. They can take it. They can take it. Then they will do one of two things. They'll either keep it or they're going to make it so hard for you to get it you won't get it. That's what they do most of the time. Or they just collect a fee, an unreasonable fee, like $1,500 or something. But if it's a new car, it might be more. They do not keep records on purpose because they don't want to be subject to the Sunshine Law, to the Open Records Act, so therefore they don't keep records. It is an immoral, disgusting law. TD, what's going on with you? Hi, TD. TD, I'll tell you what. Let's try to get TD on, and I'll take him right after this.
It wasn't there, so you may want to check it.
Tom, has there ever been an instance where an Uber or Lyft driver's car was confiscated under that rule?
No, I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
Because
I don't know. They can. I don't know.
I know they can, and they do that with personal vehicles.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's ever been done to a. They can do it to a taxi cab then, right?
Yeah.
To a cab or a livery.
And they can do it to a building
Yeah,
for
they
a
do it to a
tenant.
house.
A
Right.
tenant.
Right.
Even if you have a tenant.
Yeah.
And you're,
Has it ever been done to a livery vehicle?
see,
A
here's
cab,
the
Lyft, or
problem,
Uber?
Ken. The city does not keep records.
I understand that.
I've never gotten a call on one.
So it would be interesting to ask one of our attorneys if there were any time where a livery vehicle.
How would they know? How would our attorneys know any more
They
than
might
us?
have known about it.
We're likely to get more of a call than they are on it. That's what's crazy.
What's that?
If it's ever been done to a livery vehicle. I'm not buying your personal car, but an Uber, a Lyft, or a taxi cab.
IntegraInsurance.com. I'll tell you what, open enrollment's going to be closed soon. This is the time you have to make changes to your insurance or to get insurance. It's open enrollment till the 16th. Now, Integra Insurance does not cost you anything. It doesn't. They do it for what the insurance pays them in commission, and you never save money going direct. Go to Integra. They can work on and off the exchange to find you the best health care insurance, whether you're on Social Security or not. 303-466-5500, 466-5500, IntegraInsurance.com.
Shirley and her husband had a long-awaited dream to replace their...
Yeah, thank you. Man, I left it right there where coffee was.
I gotta run downstairs. If it switch me over if I don't get back in time.
Okay. Oh, man.
I gotta find my phone. The Dream Style team do.
So if the city did that, there'd be no record of them doing that, Tom?
There would be no record because they don't keep records.
Right. So no
Record of what?
Of them using the abatement law to confiscate a livery vehicle.
I don't know.
This month only, save up to $270 per window and $700
But what's the difference?
per door. Plus, take advantage of easy
If they're poor, it's not going to matter if it is a delivery Uber vehiol. And actually, in that scenario, it would be your own vehicle. It wouldn't be a corporate vehicle.
Right. I'm just curious if that's ever happened to an Uber or a Lyft driver.
You called Bob Castillo. Ken, was
I
that you?
did, yeah.
He called back. He's on 1248.
Okay, great.
That'll be a good update. Why did you dig up her basement?
Your loan application with other lenders. And Ideal guarantees to save you money or give you peace of mind that you have a great deal. Either way, you win. Doesn't it make sense to at least check before you close on the biggest transaction
No, Doc.
of your life? Get a free second look. Call Ideal now. 303-867-7000
U.S. Iran standoff.
or
Potential effect on impeachment.
idealhomeloans.com. Are you nearing retirement or have you retired in the last year or two? Moving your 401k from your previous employer can lower your fees and give you access to the best opportunities the investment world has to offer. Then we can protect the 90,000 hours you and the average American has spent contributing to their 401ks. This is critical as we're in the 11th year of the longest running bull market in American history. And we all know the stock market doesn't only go up. It's also important because we know Social Security was never intended to be our source of income. We've been helping
I'm going to pause this for a minute.
between you and the IRS to negotiate the best possible settlements, way better than you can ever do on your own. And they're right here in our backyard with offices in Westminster. Call them now, 844.
I want chicken thighs tonight. Make sure she knows.
They know what a trying time it is to have tax problems. And you know they don't judge you.
I want chicken thighs tonight.
Okay, so how are you going to cook them?
I'm going to cook them the way I did last time.
Like you're going to grill them?
No.
Fries?
Okay.
Chicken thighs.
This is a weird
part of
one.
the
I
chicken.
really wanted to try to get Mark. You got to listen. So this guy,
Go ahead.
TD, knows some guy who does flips homes. You know.
Yeah.
So he gives this guy thousands of dollars here in Colorado to then remodel 2 homes. Okay? So he never gets paid back, so he puts a lien on one of the homes only to find out that the guy never gave the clients the money to remodel their homes. Does that, that's the best I can make of this situation.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
So guy knows a flipping guy, a real estate flipper who remodel, I don't know. So loans him 100 grand, 50 grand, whatever it is, to give to 2 clients to remodel their homes.
Yes.
Our caller never got paid back his money.
He's the lender.
He's the lender.
Who did he lend
So
it to?
he lent it to some flipping, what do you call them?
Did he back it on the property?
Did he get a promissory note and a deed of trust?
I have everything, but so he went to lien the home. He liened it.
Well, he doesn't have
But,
a lien. He has a lien.
Well, he already put the lien on it, but they never got the money to remodel their homes from the guy he gave the money to. So it'll be interesting. I've got all the paperwork.
I don't
I'm getting
understand
it
any of
organized.
that.
I do. I understand it, actually.
I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so Genesis was going to be in here. Is Mark Szymanski on his way in still? Was he supposed to be here today? Genesis?
He's supposed to come in. He's having a few issues this morning.
All right, because we wanted to talk about some home improvements. I'll revisit that in a second. Let's go to TD. TD, what's going on with you and this personal loan, TD? Go ahead.
Okay, so in July 2019, this guy approached me that he has 2 clients that need money to finish up their home.
Okay,
So
what did they want you to do? Did they want you to loan money?
Yes. They
And
want
who's
to
this?
loan money.
Who's this guy that approached you?
Do you want me
No,
to
who
tell
is
his
he?
name?
Was he your cousin, your uncle, your barber? How do you know him? This guy.
No. We did business before, so I'm in flipping business.
Okay.
Buying and flipping.
Okay, so let's call him. Okay, so this flipper came and said, "I know 2 guys who need money."
Yes.
Okay, now what?
So after we agree and sign the document, notarize the contract.
Agree what documents? Now, hold on. I appreciate you being brief. Who did you loan the money to?
So I loaned the money to 2 of his clients.
Okay, but not to him.
Not to him.
Okay, let's take the clients. Client A, hold on. Client A and Client B, you loan the money. Now, did Client A and Client B both sign separate loan documents?
Yes.
They did. So you had 2 loans. How much was the loan to Client A?
$25,000.
And how much was the loan to Client B?
$30,000.
30. Okay, next question. Did you put a deed of trust on Client A's house or a second deed of trust?
Second deed of trust.
Behind his mortgage. Did you put a second deed of trust on Client B?
Yes.
Okay, so you did a promissory note and deed of trust on both.
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like you're secure. Did you actually disperse the money?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the problem today?
So I give the money to this guy. He was supposed to wire the money to the client A.
Oh, wait. So you dispersed the money to a third party?
Yes.
You got a big problem.
Well, so do the homeowners, because this all looks legit.
No. Hold on now. They have to. They got a problem too. Here's the thing. Oh my gosh! But what really should happen is both of you should go after him because you're both hurt by him. But technically, you could foreclose. But if you foreclosed, they would win because at the hearing, they would prove that they never got the money. Because even though you sign a promissory note, you can claim you never actually got the money.
Okay. The problem is the client B, when I find out there was some kind of shady business here,
shady business,
I contact him.
Yes.
I contact him.
Yes.
And I show him all of the documents. He signed and he say, yes, I signed this document and I received the money. He even paid because he was supposed to make
so wait,
the money
client B says he got the money?
Client A first.
Okay, so client A says he got the money.
He got the money and he even paid me 2 months.
But hold on a second. You just told me he didn't get the money. So did he get the money or not?
I'm gonna tell you the story. That's
Go ahead.
when it gets interesting.
All right, go ahead.
So when he told me he got the money and he even paid me 2 months worth of note. So that's when I put the lien in the house. So 2 weeks later, he called me screaming at me that he never received anything. But the problem was the same guy lent him another $25,000. So he was thinking that was the money that he got from him.
All right, so this same guy, let's call him the bad guy. This third party that you were dealing with took the money from you and never gave it to them. And so that's the reality. Now, how do you know the money that client A received was another loan from the bad guy? How do you know that?
Client A told me that.
Well, does client A, hold on, does client A have a loan agreement with that guy?
Yeah, I think he has some kind of paper. But
okay, what does the bad guy say about taking the money?
So he finally confessed that he never sent them money.
Hold on, that's called fraud. You can get him arrested. Hold on, I want to talk to you more. Do not hang up. I want to find out who the bad guy is. We need to go after him. This is fraud. It's fraud. It's theft. I'm Tom Martino. You're going to hear about this and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Okay, Dan.
I foreclose.
Hold on a second. I got to go leave my phone somewhere.
I wouldn't even mess around. I'd foreclose.
You can get an email from the...
And let them go after him.
After that last part of it, how the hell are you going to know that wasn't your 25 grand? It was somebody else's. That's the weirdest damn thing I ever heard.
So, he's just covering for that guy.
What?
Unless they're all in cahoots. No. I'm saying this guy and the second guy.
Now
this guy's in cahoots?
I don't know, man. Why wouldn't he just foreclose? Would you lend someone money, get 2 payments, and then they tell you something's weird?
It's something weird there. Getting 2 payments. I would say, why did you pay me 2 times if it wasn't your loan?
And they said because this other guy loaned me $25,000 too. I was making the wrong payments. I'd foreclose. I wouldn't even fuck around.
Yep, I agree with you.
So this guy said that he spent 2 days there. They discovered that the leak is on somebody else's property, and it's backing up into Leased's property, and the other person isn't doing anything about it.
So why'd they dig up her basement floor?
Because he said that's how you find where the leak is.
By just digging up the basement floor. Well, make sure you come on air and say that, seriously.
He said,
because he's a moron.
How can you see underneath the concrete floor to see where the break is? And especially when they traced it down, it turned out to be on the other side of the condo wall in somebody else's condo.
When they run the scope line,
it's a
they can tell exactly where that thing is at.
I'm just telling what he said. He doesn't want to come on the air, but he said he's on his...
How am I supposed to know where the leak is without a jackhammer?
No,
that's what he said.
I know, but what they do, they run the scope down there, and they go on the outside, and they can locate exactly where it's at.
Okay. So he's going to send you he's going to send us a copy of what the locator that she hired said. She apparently hired a locator, according to him. And he dug where the locator said it was.
See, that's what I thought. He's just a contractor. He wasn't hired to locate shit.
Right.
But he's an idiot, and I'd never use him if he doesn't know they can locate where they're at.
Well,
that's what I'm saying, though. But that's not his fault. He's an idiot.
Well,
she hired him to come out and jackhammer where the X marks the spot. Well, he didn't say that's where the line was broke. You follow what I'm saying? He is an idiot.
What are you saying?
He's a moron.
No,
but it doesn't mean he did anything wrong.
The note says, I believe.
He's been in business for 50 years.
Yeah, but
he said it was...
He's not a fucking sewer line guy, though. He's a goddamn excavator.
Okay, he hired her for 1 day. She said she hired him for 1 day. He spent 2 days there tracking down the leak. And it turns out it's in the other person's property.
How did he track it down then? After he dug through it?
He dug through it, and he traced the leak through the pipe.
Why couldn't you do that through the?
No, but you said someone hired a locator.
She hired a locator. He's sending us the locator report.
Okay.
So he's going to fax it and email it. So let's help a troubleshooter.
But Doc, he couldn't find the leak, correct?
He found the leak. It was on the other person.
So what did the locator find?
That's what we're going to find out.
There's nothing like no. Did he find a
The
leak?
locator may have found out where the water was accumulating. That's my theory. Not where the leak was.
God, let's not give this update because I don't fucking understand.
No, I'm waiting to get all
till
the
we get
information.
this shit.
Yeah.
But I still, it wasn't a leak.
It was a broken pipe.
Well, that would be a leak.
But what I'm saying, it was plugged up, right? It was a backup. She had a backup.
Right.
Actually, which is even weirder, if the pipe was broke, why would it back into her place?
I think it's a townhouse, so I think they share lines.
No, but I'm saying if the pipe is broke, as it's going back into her house, it would go out where it's broken, not all the way up.
No, it was like, no.
Oh, just like a crack.
Right.
Yeah. Well, let's see what this report says. I'm not.
But that is how you find leaks. I mean, if there's ever a leak anywhere, you just dig up everything until you find it.
Right.
Camera schmamera.
That's
We don't use no stinking camera.
That's that new technology.
We don't believe in that new shit. How's my Polaroid supposed to fit down in there?
We just started digging.
Well, let's see this report, and then we'll follow up. I'll get more information.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Dude, true story. I was talking to this guy one time about my patio at my old house, and I said, well, give me a cost on what it would cost to jackhammer it out, put the new one
How are you
in.
going to make the chicken thighs? They said like you did last time. What does that mean?
In a pan. In the oven. However I made them last time. I have the recipe at home.
You put cornflakes on them?
No.
Did you season them? When was this?
Well, it wasn't that long
Do
ago.
you leave the skin on?
Yes, I definitely leave the skin on.
We should maybe use the air fryer. Addie bought us an air fryer, Tom, for Christmas.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Which one was it?
The Instapot, whatever.
So when I'm really, for heating up French fries, they say it's really good. Those air fryers.
Yeah.
You made something with it
Are
that
you
was
even
pretty
going to feel
good.
like cooking after you play racquetball?
Yeah, I'm only playing Dan. Ross ain't gonna be there. So I talk to this guy. Suzanne calls me up and goes, there's someone out back jackhammering our fucking patio. He sent his kid over there, and the kid thought, the kid was supposed to go over and measure whatever. He shows up with the jackhammer and rips out our fucking patio.
The one that was just put in?
No, it wasn't just put in. I said, I want to bid on this fucking patio.
How much of it did he tear up?
He jackhammered the whole fucking thing. Yeah. So he loaded all the shit out and then basically gave me a deal.
Where were you when he was jackhammering?
Suzanne was there watching.
I was at work. Suzanne was at home.
And she called and said he was doing it, and you said let him keep
She
going.
goes, oh, I didn't know we were going to get the patio redone. I said, what are you talking about? I got a guy giving us a bid. She goes, no, he's jackhammering it right now.
What do you mean jackhammering?
I feel bad because that kid actually, I know his dad very well, and that kid actually ended up dying in a motorcycle accident.
Probably because of this.
No, he flew off a fucking bridge on a motorcycle, man. Tell me those wouldn't be terrified.
What he was thinking about.
Thinking how his dad yelled at him over that homemade jackhammer thing.
Little PTSD, jackhammer and PTSD. Thanks, Mark. I'll send my kid on your place.
I was thinking about joining this other group. And we had one meeting to join, instead of being a solo practitioner.
Oh, okay.
So we shared our books. And next thing I know, he's having a party, inviting all the docs that me and this other woman are joining his practice.
And you hadn't even signed it.
We haven't done anything. All I did was look at our books to see what his income was, what mine was.
Pressure. That's called undue pressure.
It took me a week to contact everybody and say, no, I'm not joining this practice. I'm still by myself. This is totally uncalled for.
You know, someone tried to do, well, didn't try to, but approach my accountant with the same kind of thing. And ironically, the guy's name was Don Eiley.
Oh, yeah.
And my accountant said, no way. Mallory said, there's no way I'd join your group. And about a year later, Eiley got busted for stealing over $10 million.
Yeah, you guys have been on Eiley's case for 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Mallory. I told you I played poker with him.
Mallory.
You played
Oh, that's right.
poker with him? Oh,
Yeah.
with Mallory. Oh.
With Mallory.
Are you better or is he better?
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. Please remember, Panacea Life Sciences, real CBDthatworks.com. I'm so proud to put my name on that. I'll tell you why. Man, I wish I owned the company. CBD is $1 billion business. Everywhere you look, you're going to see CBD products. Here's the problem with them. The problem is a lot of them lie about the dosaging, about the effects, about everything. And really, CBD, it's either going to work for you or not. And they're the purest form of CBD. RealCBDthatworks.com. They're out of Golden. RealCBDthatworks.com. Listen, as a consumer show, we look for great products. If you know of any, let us know. If you invented something, let us know. If you want to help us and you have answers, let us know. This show is a big town meeting. That's what Alan Berg told me years ago. I used to be a guest on his show. And he says, you know, Tom, you guys talk about liars and you talk about cheats and ripoffs and scams and things going around. You are a town meeting. You're a backyard meeting. You're a yard over, you're a neighbor over the fence to their next door neighbor meeting. And he always put that thought in my head. And by the way, that's really where my start in radio got going full steam is after he died because I took his time slot. Now, I was on before that, but I really took hold after that on KOA. But here's the deal. A town meeting. So that means give and take. If you're an expert, call us. If you disagree with how we handle a problem, call us. But the point is this. Sometimes people do things wrong, and I don't try to make them look bad. I bring that out so you don't make the same mistake. Now, we have a very complicated situation here. TD basically was going to loan some money. And here's the problem. He went through a third party. So I want you guys to paint a mental picture. TD went to, let's call him, the bad guy. And the bad guy arranged a loan with two other people, A and B. TD, did you ever talk to customers or borrowers A and B directly?
After I find out there was a problem, yes.
Okay, but you never talked to them directly in the beginning. All you did was made up some documents that they signed. Is that right?
Yes, but I was there when he talked to customer B.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have two sets of loans, right?
Yes.
You have one loan, which is a promissory note and a deed of trust on one, A, and you have a promissory note and a deed on B. Two customers.
Yes.
Then you disperse the money, which was a total of $55,000.
Correct.
And you dispersed it to the bad guy.
Yes.
And he was supposed to give 25 to customer A and 30 to customer B.
Correct.
Customer A started making you his monthly payments because he got 25 grand, but now says, no, that was not your 25 grand. That 25 grand came from the bad guy directly as another loan. And then what about customer B? Does he acknowledge getting your 30 grand?
No. Customer B, when I find out...
Well, he did on this promissory note. He acknowledged he got it, no matter how you look at it.
I understand that.
In consideration of.
I understand. But, Mark, if he says in consideration of, and this guy can't prove he paid it, and he doesn't say it was cash, I'm telling you that there's going to be a problem.
There might be a problem, but this deed also doesn't refer back to anything. This deed says he's got a second, it's been filed, it's done.
I agree that you're secured in a way with the houses, but I think they can challenge that deed, and they can claim you committed fraud along with that guy to perpetrate a fraud and to put.
Tom, let me know first. Let me tell you this first. So I didn't even know private loan exists. So like I say in the beginning, I was in flipping too. So this guy helped me to get this kind of loan. I was like, okay, wait a minute. If this kind of loan exists, I think I can do this kind of stuff too. you know. And then
TD, this has nothing to do with it. TD, you're just complicated. This has nothing to do with it. You found out that fix and flippers get loans, and you wanted to be a lender because there's good money to be made. What does that have to do with anything?
I think bad guy and A and B are all in.
Just answer me.
That this is not the first time too. So we did the same exact thing with customer A, and then I got paid, no problem.
Okay, so what you're saying is you have worked with the bad guy before.
Yes.
All right, I have a very simple question. What does the bad guy say happened to your $55,000? Where did it go?
He spent it.
Does he admit that?
On his own business.
Does he admit that?
Yeah, he admit that, and then now he's trying to kind of make arrangement to change the loan to like under his name. Which right now, after I find out all of those stuff, I'm not gonna do business with him. I need my money.
I don't know. What I would do is what Mark said. I would start foreclosure, but I think you'll lose because foreclosures can be challenged for validity of liens. It happens all the time. In fact, you can be challenged for not having the original paperwork, and you sure as hell can be challenged if they claim you never dispersed the money. I swear to you, it's your foreclosure will only cause them to get in a furor and go after the guy, but it's never going to go through. I don't think you'll ever succeed with that foreclosure, ever.
Okay, let me tell you the important situation right now that's going on. That's when I decided to contact you.
Get to the point. Yeah.
Okay. So now the customer A property that was involved in this lien is in under contract now. They're supposed to close on the 16th.
They can't close. You have a deed of trust on the property.
They cannot. Yeah, exactly. So
they have to pay you off
or bond around it.
He's trying to work something out with me to release the deed. I'm like, nope, I'm not releasing.
Never release it. Money. Never. Even though I don't think you ever can collect on it through a foreclosure, I think it's enough problem that he's going to have to pay you to sell it.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? Customer A, here's what you should do. You should pay me with this sale, and we should both go after the bad guy.
That was my initial plan.
Let me ask you this. Are customer A and customer B, are they mad at the middleman, the bad guy?
Yeah, of course.
What is the name of the bad guy?
His name is Adam Sentisven.
Adam what?
Sentisven.
I can't understand a word. Just spell it.
I can spell it. It's SANTISVAN.
Santizen.
V.
V as in Victor?
Yeah.
Santisvin.
Yes.
Adam Santisvin. What else does Adam Santisvin do?
So that's what he does. He does flipping, and then I think he's calling himself that he has 30 years experience on real estate. So he.
How did you meet Adam Santisvin?
So I worked with a contractor before, and we decided to do a flipping business. So we went to him to find a property to flip it.
Is Adam a real estate guy?
Kind of. It's not on.
Does he have a real estate license? Does he have a real estate?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, Mark.
He doesn't
first of all,
have a license.
TD.
Wait a second.
Hold on, TD. Do you have Adam's phone number?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Phone number.
Are you Aberdeen Homes?
Yes. No,
He's
not me.
TD isn't.
No, TD isn't. Who's Aberdeen Homes?
That's Adam's business.
And it says on the top of the paperwork, broker.
See,
there's a fee agreement where one of A, let's call him A, agreed that Aberdeen Homes will be managing the funds allocated from TD. So they agreed
A signed
it.
A agreed to
let foreclose.
Hold on. So A agreed to let the money go to him.
That's what it says. He agreed to let that guy manage the money.
Well, then in that case, you just have to prove the money went to Aberdeen Homes.
And it's over.
Can you prove that?
I have the proof. I have the wire and everything.
All right, good. Mark found the ideal situation here. I need to know, Mark, did both customer A and customer B agree to let the bad guy manage the money?
I don't see the one on B.
Did customer B also sign one of those acknowledgments?
I think so. I provide all
right, hold
those,
on. We'll examine all of the paperwork. Hold on.
Weekdays
Good
2
work.
to 4. It's Michael.
Yeah, so A, who signed the deed of trust, also signed the promissory.
Good work.
Also signed this.
Mark, see if customer B did it.
There isn't one on customer B.
But maybe he didn't send.
All right, here I go.
He might have.
You want the real deal when it comes to SEO? Get out of the BS and go to getfoundfast.com. The digital marketplace company who can also, of course, do regular media with you as well, that will clear up the confusion, do straight information, and give you results. Getfoundfast.com. Give them a call for a free consultation and analysis of your marketing plan, and don't get ripped off anymore online. 303-952-4900, 952-4900. Getfoundfast.com. Mark, that must have done one. No, shit. Damn it.
Well, maybe they just didn't send it.
The second page there, or what was that loan agreement there? That wasn't it.
Yeah. So Michael's okay.
You should put A and B on just to.
He said, "Oh, thanks for visiting, Dad." His words pierced my heart. I had become a workaholic.
Hey, what were you telling me again, Doc, and stuff I didn't really.
Oh, it's not anything. I'm just waiting.
Okay.
They got snookered, man. So really, the homeowners got snookered.
I don't know if he paid the guy 2 payments, the A or whatever that one is. That sounds fishy.
Well, I'm just saying the paperwork in the one. I don't know why he can't simply foreclose.
Right.
That's patriotsoftware.com.
Robert, what was the name of the guy?
The mortgage rate is. A lot of homeowners have no idea, and that can be a problem. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky.
What's that?
Here, I got to see ya.
Today's rates are the lowest they've
Did you get
been
it?
over a
Yeah.
year. And a lower rate can
So
put
he just sent.
hundreds back in your
He just
monthly
sent 2
budget
pictures.
and save you thousands in interest over the life of
What
your
he
loan.
sent pictures of?
So make today the day you call American Financing.
That.
Salary-based
Where they
mortgage
dug it up?
can provide
That's
you
where they
a
dug it
free
up.
mortgage review and help you find the
that.
best option
Okay.
for you.
So
No
that's
pressure,
all
no
he.
obligation, and no
What was he
upfront
supposed to
fees
send,
ever.
Doc?
Documentation.
You're supposed to send me the locator report.
Over, so you choose your refinance.
Hello, these pictures are from Lisa next door neighbor's basement. They show Lisa's line coming in from next door where the red X is marked.
Do with the extra money, and then give them a call at 303-695-7000.
No, go to the other one.
That's
Yeah.
303-695-7000 or online at American.
So he dug theirs.
NMLS 182334 regulated by the Division of
That looks like the X is put on the picture.
Yeah, it was.
With highly respected, skilled trial attorney Joe Lazzara. He's offering a free initial consultation.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out. Where does it go out to the sewer?
This, I don't know.
I imagine this way.
Yeah.
I mean, this goes.
So how does it, once again, how does it back up? I don't understand.
Well, backed up to here somewhere. Like
How?
Over it. Because it got full. Because if it was a broken pipe, it was offset. It plugged up.
So,
you know, like say, broken pipe is offset. Now it plugs up with crap. Now it'll back up.
So one toilet is connected to the same sewer line as another toilet in a different unit.
Pipes are pipe.
They're all pipes.
Yeah, I don't know
I might
how
not-
this work like
I
that.
might,
but
you know,
I figured they'd all go to a main going out of the building.
each separate one. I don't
I
know.
might not have asked the right questions because I'm not. This is, you know, not my bailiwick.
You've been dealing with plumbing and
Different
ladies
kind of
forever.
plumbing, yeah. Different plumbing.
Sometimes better looking, sometimes not. That's the only one I got from.
Let me tell you, for every cheerleader
Wait,
I saw, there were 10,000 ugly ones.
What is this here? Oh,
There we go.
That's his third
Right.
thing. That was his that. I don't know. What he sent means nothing.
With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert and help finding the best
Well, he's supposed to
You know, I hate to think this way, but because of that guy's accent, I immediately thought he was involved in it.
Mark, what is he going to do?
He's got to foreclose. He's done. Why would he mess around?
But yeah, and on that one, he can get that second one. Can claim he never.
Why would he be missing that on the second one?
I'm Tom
Martino. All right, listen, we got something going on here. I want to bring everybody up to speed. Bottom line, TD, we'll call him the lender. He loaned money to 2 fix and flippers, but he went through a third party. Adam Santasvin. And Adam brought him customer A and customer B. He gave 55, loaned 55,000 out. Adam took the money, never dispersed it, according to Adam and those other 2 customers. Customer A and customer B. Customer A was supposed to get 25 grand in a loan. He even signed the promissory note and the deed of trust. He even signed an additional paper saying that Adam would manage the money. So in that one, I think it's going to be a clear-cut foreclosure because customer A acknowledged the money could be dispersed to Adam.
And made payments.
Customer B is a little more complicated. Customer B is going to claim they never got the money and say that the contract was never really executed, that TD breached the contract by not dispersing the money. Probably. I don't know. But I know one thing. Maybe it'll get them all together, if he does a foreclosure, to go after Adam, who we're calling the bad guy. TD, Adam acknowledges he owes you money, right?
Yes.
Adam says, please don't go after those other 2 people. I'll take it over, and you don't want to do business with him, and I don't blame you.
Yes.
Customer A is trying to sell his house, and he wants you to remove the lien. Absolutely, positively do not remove the lien.
That's what I told him.
In fact, I'd start foreclosure immediately.
I'd hire an attorney and have them start foreclosure.
That's what I mean. Yep.
That's why I need you guys' help to find a good lawyer.
Oh my God! And I knew you were going to ask that. Real estate attorneys are like hen's teeth.
We got one coming up. I still got to do some little information, but out of Colorado Springs.
We're trying to find a good real estate attorney, and they're very difficult to find. I mean, really, if you guys know of any, if you're listening right now and you're a real estate attorney, please call us. Honest to God, we can give you so much business, it'll make your head spin. So maybe we should ask Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. We should ask him. He's a great guy. Frank might know someone. All right, so TD, hang on. We'll do this. I'm going to mark this as a follow-up, and Mark's going to follow this up. Mark, would you call Adam?
I don't care what Adam has to say.
Yeah, but call him.
Oh, let's get him on the air.
Call Adam, Suzanne. I mean, could you see if you can get the number there, please, Suze? And let's try to get him on. Has anyone ever heard of Adam Santasvan?
This whole thing's so weird.
Cameron? How are you, Cameron?
Yes.
Sorry for the wait, Cameron. What can we do for you?
I'm having an issue with my mother's mortgage.
Okay. What's going on, Cameron?
My parents refinanced their house in about 2017.
Okay.
For some reason, the mortgage is only in my dad's name, although my mom and dad's name are both on the house.
Okay. And they're still both on the house? Hello? I guess Cameron went away. I'm sorry. I'll put him on hold. We didn't get to do that, but normally they will not do a loan in one person's name when there are 2 people on the deed. They won't do it.
Generally, that's right.
They'll make her quit claim it or do something to give up her right. So if we can reestablish that call...
Now, why would they do that?
Because in the event of a foreclosure, the other one will claim to be a victim.
Or maybe a divorce.
Yeah. So usually, not usually, I don't know of any case where 2 people own a home and one person can get a conventional loan against it.
Think of a bankruptcy, too.
Right. Now, there might be private individuals who say, yeah, you know what, quit claiming your part or whatever. It's too difficult. I think it would even be hard for that. But anyway, 303-713-TALK is our number. 303-713-8255, and you can get right through. Speaking of loans and banking and all of that, it's a really scary field. Transferring of money, wiring of money. It's amazing how many people can access your account. It's just amazing. And you may have recently heard about Erie, and they had that electronic scam going where they thought they were paying a bill to a contractor and it went to a bogus account overseas. $1 million. So there's more fraud every day in banking. I mean, how would you fight it? You got to prevent it is what you have to do, but you can't even do that if you give out your routing number and account number. That's why checks should never be used anymore. Hey, Cameron, what's going on?
All right. So anyway, they put the mortgage in my dad's name, even though the house was in both names.
They can't. And if it's that way, then it's going to be good news for you guys because so right now, is the house right now in both names?
Right now, we've already taken the death certificate to the county and removed my dad's name. It was joint tenancy. Now it's only in my mom's name.
Okay, so it was joint tenancy. That lender really screwed up because that mom, oh man, she could protest that loan. I mean, she really can. She could say, I'm not asking her to lie, and she shouldn't, but they're going to have a tough time. Now, even they do have collateral. They have now. By the way, there is a condition by which they would do a loan to one person with two people on a deed if both of them acknowledge the deed of trust. Did she sign anything to give him permission?
That I don't know.
Is the deed of trust made out with his name on it only?
The initial deed is still the same deed.
Not the deed. Not the deed, Cameron. It's called a deed of trust. It is a security for the loan.
Is the issue they're calling the loan now?
No, the issue is we are trying to figure out how to pay it off or where we are. They keep adding fees to it.
But what is that? Hold on. So we don't even care. Wait a minute. We just want to pay it off? That's the only thing you're calling about?
Well, we'd like to possibly refinance it or get it in mom's name or something. They said it is not assumable.
Well, hold on. It's probably better. Your mom is getting, listen, your mom got the house. Your mom can get, oh, yeah, she may not qualify. Does she have any income?
Well, now that my dad's gone and she gets his pension, then yes, she does.
She does qualify, okay.
How about a reverse? How much equity's in there?
The house is probably worth $120 and she owes $40.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Okay. The house is worth $120 and she owes $40. Okay, so bottom line.
But when you said fees and stuff, why are they charging you fees?
What fees are you talking about?
First of all, the mortgage has jumped up $80 in October, and we don't know why.
Cameron,
and there's a $74 late fee every month, but they won't tell us what it's for.
Cameron, the $74 late fee is because the payment has to be made on a certain date.
We understand that, but I paid an extra $100 last month that they did not credit to the account, and I don't know where it went. It was deducted from her TBK account, but it does not show up on the online mortgage account.
How long has your father been deceased?
Since May.
All right. Listen, I'm sure this is just a simple problem of communication. Who is the lender? Who's servicing the loan right now? Who do you send payments to?
U.S. Bank. And as of Friday, they're saying they need a death certificate. They've gotten numerous death certificates, including one from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and they say they will not talk to anybody on the loan other than David McCoy.
You mean until they see...
away.
Well, but she has you have the probate action where the house was moved over to her, right?
I'm not sure what you mean by probate action. All we had to do was take the deed to the register.
Okay, and they changed it, right?
Correct.
So you can show the old deed and the new deed, and you can show the death certificate. Just hold on a second, all right? Just hold on. Cameron, I'm going to give you suggestions, and I don't want you putting up roadblocks, even if you think you did it, because I'm going to get an attorney on, Mile High Estate Planning, Blake Harris, to answer questions, and he will absolutely, positively know how to help you. because these banks don't know how to handle death. I don't know why. They must have customers die all the time. So hold on.
This is Denver's Talk.
Blake Harris, please. Suze.
Interesting. It's very interesting.
I want to use, well, I'll do the seminar here. So I want to get Mile High Estate Planning on. It's really important for this deed.
Hey, did we have a Denver trial lawyers today?
No.
Is there one on the log?
No.
Is there no Denver trial lawyers?
Nope. There's two.
He was supposed to have those changed.
Both directions in the foothills between Fall River and Idaho Springs until 3 this afternoon. The weather forecast, mostly sunny, breezy with a high of 60.
What was that weird one we took today?
55. With your impact traffic and weather.
Is this the only weird one we had?
What?
This report is sponsored by the
Oh.
Standard Thermometer.
30 million.
Wait, Cameron, okay, TD.
Every year. It could be you or your family. The best way to tell if it's a cold or a flu is by taking your temperature. And no one does that better than the Exergen Temporal Scanner.
Are we going to try to get this Adam on?
Exergen.com.
Okay. You need getfoundfast.com. That's the name. Getfoundfast.com. Somebody just emailed me. 303-952-4900. Now, the other call from Cameron, I said we need to get Mile High Estate Planning on, because Blake Harris is going to be able to tell us how to deal with banks. Banks don't know how to deal when people die. They sometimes refuse to talk to the heirs or to the personal representatives. This is a common problem we need help with. In fact, there are so many things that happen when someone dies. If you need immediate help, you can call milehighestateplanning.com and Blake Harris, 720-924-6171. If someone died and the bank says, no, we can't talk to you, he's dead, we need this and we need that, call Blake. If someone's contesting a will, call Blake. If you think someone's screwed with a will, call him. If you want to plan ahead with trust and probate and avoiding probate, call Blake Harris, milehighestateplanning.com. In fact, he is having a seminar January 24th, in fact, too, and January 25th. It's around lunchtime. The 24th and 25th, there's only 25 seats available for each. Free parking in the Union Station area. Free parking. 720-924-6171. Get a bunch of free, valuable information. milehighestateplanning.com.
Is the seminar at his office?
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of things. I don't understand what you need Blake for. I just want to give him a heads up.
Beneficiary deed. No, excuse me. A deed. It went from the husband and wife to the wife, and the bank won't talk to her anymore.
Is it for line 2?
Yeah, it's just general shit about the wife is now the survivor, and the bank won't fucking talk to her. It's just...
Okay, then the next thing is, Isaiah was just jumped on by the police, and he is at the hospital. They're doing MRIs. Good. I think the police are hovering around him right now.
Okay.
He wanted an attorney for personal injury. I said, wait a minute here, why don't you come on and talk to Tom?
Right. Let's do that. So I don't think Mark's going to come in, Szymanski, is he?
He just texted me he has to reschedule. He's having a problem with an employee this morning.
Okay.
And then there was one other thing.
Are you nearing retirement?
You needed, what are we, the TD you wanted?
With TD, I'm just making sure.
Trying to call that.
Oh, I'm going to call that guy. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, get him on.
Hang on. Let me see if I can get him on.
90,000 hours you and the average American has spent contributing to their 401ks. This is critical as we're in the 11th year of the longest running bull market in American history. And we all know the stock market doesn't only go up.
Did any of you watch the Golden Globes?
Because we know Social Security.
I didn't, but I heard the kid, Ricky Gervais's monologue.
Who's?
Ricky Gervais, the guy that...
Apparently,
thanks. No, thanks. What's that?
Did you hear the monologue he did at the Golden Globes? Oh, you got
Who?
Of course,
Ricky Gervais. Yes, of course. Yes.
Was that amazing?
Yeah, I watched the show.
Oh,
He picked up a couple 100,000 followers.
What do you think he got paid for that?
But he doesn't. He's not going to get it again.
Well, he said he's never doing it again. And the last thing was fuck off. That was his last thing he said. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. but he said, I'm done. I don't care what you do. And you know what he said basically was...
He's done this for what, 10 years now?
This is fifth one. He said, come up here, get your award. Don't make any political speeches. Nobody cares what you think. You don't know anything. You know less than Greta Thunberg. Just get the award and thank your sponsors. Nobody, you know nothing about the political situation.
Have you followed him? Why he did this? Why did he do this?
I have no idea. I just heard about it. A friend of mine told me, so I Googled it.
Oh, no,
I went on YouTube. Oh, it was awesome. It's about time someone said that.
And they're going kind of nuts. The Hollywood people are going nuts.
Because he's absolutely right.
Well, he's picked up a lot of followers because of this.
Do you think Patricia Arquette has any idea what's going on in the political world? She's a bimbo. And the same to all these left-wing radicals.
Yeah, totally agree.
If you're a man, odds are you suffer with erectile dysfunction. It embarrasses you. It frustrates you. It might even cause you to avoid intimacy with your partner or
Hey, Tom, did you ever find out whether or not that retrophone can go in that condo?
It can.
Okay.
You know why?
Because it's in a closed space.
No, they can do that. They could inject it, but it would be heavy because it goes in like this and it has to fill, and to put enough on there, it would bear down on the ceiling. In a wall, it doesn't bear on left or right. It bears down on the foundation.
Okay, so that's not a solution.
But what he also said, because of the water, there could be mold in there.
Yeah, but you know what?
If they could do it in the wall.
It can. The bigger problem is, he's talking about when it goes in. The bigger problem is, in a wall, it all bears down vertically onto the foundation.
Right.
In a ceiling, he said it would go out over the ceiling and be really, it would be a lot of load for that ceiling.
Okay. No, I'm just curious, because I didn't hear the end of that.
Yeah, and he said
that was the guy with
it would probably hurt the ceiling. Too heavy. But the liquid is what makes it heavy. I don't know why he got into that mold. That's a stupid claim.
I wouldn't have put that in there.
Never. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, listen. Blake Harris, attorney at law, is with Mile High Estate Planning.com. Now, they got offices around, and I just told you about the seminars he's having. It's really important because we get this crap all the time. Blake, I'm getting tired of hearing this. How many times, Blake? Why is it, Blake, that these institutions don't know what the frick to do when someone dies? They don't talk to survivors, even though the survivors offer documentation. It pisses me off. Why? Don't you get a lot of calls from people who are frustrated dealing with banks, with investment houses, with anybody that has to do with someone dying? Do you get that a lot?
Yes. All the time. Bankers, you will get different answers at different branches at different times.
And you would think they would all know what to do when someone dies. Well, here's what happened. Cameron's mom and dad owned a home together, okay? You got to listen carefully. Now, Cameron's mom and dad owned a home together. For some reason, this refi went in the dad's name only, okay? That's what it did. It was a joint tenancy, but the loan went to the dad only. Now the dad dies. The mom goes and gets the deed put all in her name, okay? She gets a death certificate, okay? The bank says, U.S. Bank says, we won't talk to you. We'll only talk to your husband. She says he's dead. They said, sorry, that's all we're going to talk to. So, what does she do? She's got the house in her name. She's got a death certificate. It was joint tenancy. What does she do?
Well, first of all, actually, as much as I love to bash on the banks, this time the bank is actually correct.
All right.
Because you can avoid banks, you can avoid going through probate as there's a beneficiary designation with your bank account. But here the bank is dealing with real property. And if you have more than $64,000 in property without a beneficiary designation, you have to go through probate. Or if you have any real estate, $1 of real estate.
Well, hold on, Cameron. I heard when you have a joint tenancy, it just automatically goes to the person on there with you.
Yes, that is correct. Joint tenancy with rights to survivors.
That's what she had.
It goes, but in terms of negotiating for a piece of real estate, that would have to go.
How are they negotiating? Excuse me, I'm confused. She's not negotiating for any real estate. The name is in her name only, the house. It was put in her name automatically because she was a joint tenant. She owns the home. She's not negotiating for real estate. She's negotiating to pay off the loan.
Right, but on behalf of her husband who passed away, and there's probably a deed recorded that recognizes the loan. And if she's going to do that,
but the deed has been changed.
Right. The deed has been changed, but if she wants to actually sell the property to a third party,
no, she doesn't want to sell the property at all. She does not want to sell it.
Not right now, but if she ever wants to, she's going to have to resolve that real estate issue.
Hold on a second. Here's what I want. Let's say there was no loan on the house, Blake.
There's no loan on the house. It's hers.
Okay, got it. Now, okay, then you answered it. So, because there's a loan, you're telling me because there's a loan, joint tenancy means nothing.
The property is still hers, but she is not able to avoid paying a debt, a secured debt.
How does she if they won't talk to her? Now we're back to what I originally called about. She wants to pay it, but they won't talk to her.
Right. So now she would need to file for probate on behalf of her.
I get what you're saying. The ownership part does not have to go to probate, but now in order to step in as her husband as a borrower, she has to go to probate.
Exactly.
Okay. I get it. I like when the light goes on and I finally get... I'm sorry, Blake, I have to be so simplistic, but I know that people are wondering this. They're saying, wait a minute. If I already have the house in my name, why go to probate? Because now you want to be...
That comes up,
because she wants to become her husband.
And the mortgage are exactly. She wants to step into the shoes of her husband for real estate. Exactly. Good.
So now, Cameron, in order for your mom to talk to the bank, she has to be designated as the personal representative. Is that right, Blake?
Correct.
Have you opened a probate, Cameron?
No, we have not.
You have to. When and he died.
Did your dad have a will?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Now, can you do a simple probate here, Blake, just to get that mom standing so she can go talk to them?
So to clarify, there's three types of probate. There's a small estate affidavit, which you cannot do because there's real estate. So there's either formal probate or informal probate. With this type of probate, you should probably be able to file for informal probate, which is how I would recommend doing it.
And how would you do that?
You could contact an attorney to help with it, or you can go through the...
No, I'm talking about an attorney. So how does informal differ from formal?
There's more notices. There's a longer application. The court wants to be informed before more actions are taken.
Okay.
If an estate is going to be contested, if there's a will that's unclear, then we have to file for formal. If it looks like the estate's going to go down without a family fight, you can usually file for informal.
Okay. And do you have any idea, Blake, if they just have this house, you don't have any other assets, right, Cameron?
Correct.
If they just have the house, and all the mom wants to do is get authority to talk to the bank about refining or paying it off or selling or whatever. She wants to become her husband. How much will that cost? Roughly?
Not more than a couple $1,000s.
Can they call that loan? Just I know this is a little separate, but because it was in his name.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
So the answer is, can they call the loan? Yes. However, has your mom been paying on the loan, or is she willing to continue to pay on the loan?
She is paying on the loan, but they're adding late fees, and we don't know where they're crediting some of her payments because they won't talk to her.
Right, but as soon as you can talk to them, you'll get all that straightened out. So right now, though, why did you ask that question, Blake? Let's say somebody dies and the wife is not on the loan and she continues to make payments. What does that mean?
Okay, so just to clarify, yes, the bank has the right to call the loan as soon as the husband passes away. However, in what I've seen in my practice and in speaking with attorneys who've been doing this for close to 30 years, banks generally do not want to call those loans. They spend a lot of time and money advertising, trying to get people to take out loans. As long as someone continues to pay on that loan, there's a very low probability that the bank is actually going to trigger that.
And also, it's not. There's something that the court calls against public interest. It doesn't further public interest, and it's not. It's just something that leave well enough alone. In other words, but they can absolutely, but they would have a hard time.
They have the right to, and if interest rates start hiking up, then maybe this will start happening. But certainly in my career and for most of the past 25, 30 years, it does not happen. Just continue to pay on the loan. Maybe don't go alert the bank about it right away. But continue to pay on the loan, and the bank is very unlikely that they will call it.
Blake, if they were two people on the loan, so a husband and wife, and one of them passed away, could they call it, even though they're both on the loan? But let's say the reason they qualified for that loan in the first place was the husband's income, and he died.
That's not a probate question. That's a question of contract.
That's what I would say would depend on the terms of the mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, if the loan says they can call it, then they can call it. They can accelerate it. But here's the deal, man. They need help. So, Cameron, what I suggest that you contact Blake Harris, Mile High Estate Planning, or a probate attorney of your choice, but really hire someone to get this probated so your mom becomes the personal representative, or actually Cameron could be the personal representative, right? If she doesn't care.
Exactly. So your mom will have the first right to be personal representative. If she does not want to be personal representative, she has the first right to appoint any person she would like.
Yeah.
So yes, Cameron, you could be personal representative.
So in other words, if you want to take care of all this, Cameron, you can do that.
And then call Ideal Home Loans.
Yeah, if you want to refi. So anyway, you got your marching orders. Mile High Estate Planning, okay? Here's the number. 720-924-6171.
Now, Impact Traffic.
The Mile High City Drive remains in really good...
You know what? I wish he did real estate. He could kick it. I don't have anything. Okay, good. More power. I don't want anything. No. That's right. Good. I'm going to go leave my phone somewhere.
Yeah, several people on there asked me about your phone.
Did you find your phone?
Yeah, I did mine. I don't get any. Oh, no, I got. T-Mobile's really hard to get service.
I know, in this area, T-Mobile's terrible.
No, I got two.
Hold on, guys.
Customized training for each of your pets to give you a peaceful household, where all of your four-legged family members understand safe boundaries. Visit InvisibleFence.com to schedule your free consultation.
I can't talk highly enough about Master Router. These guys don't even charge a estimate fee or a trip charge in Denver Metro. They give discounts to senior citizens and military. They even give discounts to single income families. They have great pricing. If you need a complete sewer line replacement, they can be up to 50% off the other guys. Or if you just need maybe a garbage disposal installed, a new toilet, these guys do it all, along with 24/7 emergency service. Write this number down. They're a plumber that does a great thing. That's plumbing. 720-434-3406. 720-434-3406.
You know I pay for a line with T-Mobile?
What?
$22.
Yeah, they're cheap. Some are 25.
And what I pay for mine? My ex-wife is paying for my...
Can you come out here for a minute, Mark?
Ours are 40, but listen to this. It's 40 a line, but it includes Netflix.
So you know what?
Does yours too?
For one line. For one.
When we dissolved it, because the business was paying for our line.
Oh, okay.
And when she got remarried, her new husband, my son, and his daughter were all on the same line. And she said, you know what, it's $20 a month. Just keep your phone out.
What's back then?
No, to add my phone.
Oh, okay.
So it's extra $20 a month for you to have the phone. She said, we'll just pay for it, don't worry about it.
You've been a good guy. I'm going to pay for it.
I'm telling you, our divorce was so amicable.
How'd you bring that up? You don't have to tell me.
What? How do I what?
How do you bring that up?
Bring what up?
That you want a divorce?
Oh, she did.
Call 720-895-0500, where we have been serving Colorado since 2001. We are locally
So it was just, you know, we lived together for about almost 2 years before we got divorced. We made the decision we would get divorced, and as soon as our son graduated high school, that's when we put the papers in, and everything was done. So we sent him to college, sold our house, and got divorced, all within 10 days.
Wow. I'll tell you what, this college thing.
I tell you, so I went to look at this house, because my son was going to live with his mom when he's at CSU in the summertime. So I looked at this place in Stony Brook. I was about to write a check. I said, if I don't give this to my wife and son, God's going to punish me. I'm an atheist. So I called her up. I said, Robin, you got 5 minutes to come here and buy this place. And if you don't, she got there, looked at it, wrote the check, and my conscience was clear. It was the perfect place for that, regular, and then in the basement, had a full apartment with its own entrance, a bathroom. It was perfect for my son to stay in. So we did kind of that stuff for each other. So her paying for my phone is no big deal. It's extra $20 a month.
I tell you, I looked at a place online year and a half ago. Fort Collins has jumped up big time.
I'll bet.
In the last 2 years. I mean, it looked like it was a pretty good deal, versus like Denver or Boulder or whatever, and everything just skyrocketed.
Well, it's partial. It's just college town,
Right, but I don't know why it wasn't before.
I don't either. But your son loves CSU, right?
He's not at CSU.
Oh,
his
your son's
son's
at CSU, yeah. The kids just loved it.
But just before the
I think he likes it there. But let me tell you, that's a very liberal school.
Almost
Almost more than what CU is.
Really?
Oh, they got people there that are all the time, different professors that are freaking spouting off.
What school does it?
My son didn't, because my son's pretty conservative, but he didn't mention anything about
I don't think
liberals.
you just hear about it.
Metro's very liberal.
Well, all colleges now
I
are
know.
so liberal, it's ridiculous.
President of the Center for Climate and Energy Solutions says that polluting sources are not having to pay the price for the damage they're causing to society.
This new rule is detrimental to new sources of renewable energy as well as existing
What are they talking about?
power workforces like nuclear.
Starting early next year, states will need to address the new rule by passing laws to continue their clean energy progress.
Pain and dysfunction in your hip? Check out
No idea what that. I have absolutely no idea what that ad was talking about.
I know.
I mean, no fucking clue.
Check them out, downtownselfcare.com.
I don't know if it was a political ad. I have no idea what that ad was. It basically said if we don't do something by next year, renewable energy could be in trouble.
Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 11. It focuses on teaching Coloradans their rights and how to deal with
This is
insurance companies if you're
This is the game.
So now,
the
Sue,
squad.
now that you did that transfer, all of my retirement and everything they tell me about comes out of Troubleshooter to me and you.
getting 630
And you deposit that right out of it. You don't have to do anything more with referrals.
Available on over 2,000 devices.
Heroes come in all types. Beach Boys.
But we're done messing with referral lists. Now everything's half and half, right? Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Look, we want to help you, and it's amazing how every day these problems can come up. Here's a good point. Please don't let them go a long time, these problems. It's easier to handle when we do them quickly. Scott, you wanted to talk about Social Security calls? Go ahead.
Oh, hey, Tom. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, and I thank you for asking. What's happening?
Oh, I guess I'm going to be arrested by the IRS again, as usual.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Bring a toothbrush.
I thought maybe you might want that number.
Oh, I would love it. Yes, I want that number. What is it?
Let's see. It's a 1475.
Yeah.
279.
Oh, okay.
8384.
8384?
6384.
Okay. Now, how do you know that's a good working number? Or you don't know?
Let's see. They called me first thing this morning there, and I.
Okay, let me just try it. Let me just try it.
Them back. And then they just called back again a little while ago, still harassing you. So I'll let you play with them.
I'm going to see if I. Okay, for some reason, let me. I'm going to. Now, hold on. Okay, got it. I'm doing it. Okay, and I'm going to see what they say, but usually they don't answer. I don't.
Yeah.
What's,
At least you got your number.
Yeah. Hey, Suzanne, could you get that number from him, and then when we get back from the break, what I would like to do is have you guys call in there to see if it rings, and then I'll pick it up quickly over here when it's ringing.
Good idea.
Here's the deal, man. I thank you for telling us these Social Security calls. You would think enough people have known about it. Do you know the FBI told me that every single week there are more and more seniors being ripped off by it, where they get ripped royally, paying all these fines. It's amazing to me.
Can I just interject something to the listeners? The government does not call people. If you get a phone call from the IRS, Social Security,
neither does your utility
Medicare,
company.
Medicaid, it is a phony. The only way the government gets in touch with you is by sending you a letter in snail mail on official stationery.
Same with, you know.
So if you get a call from anybody,
your banks
hang
and
up.
everybody. Now listen, you do a hotline for AARP. They have a call center here in town.
Yeah, we do.
What's the most common thing people are calling about? And is it open just for seniors?
No, it's for anybody. We get calls from people all over the country.
Okay,
and
so what's
all
the number
age
one?
groups.
What's the number one concern they have?
Is scam calls. Scam calls and lately dating scams.
Dating scams. Now, do they target seniors with dating scams?
No, but seniors are very vulnerable. And you have men and women in their 50s and 60s who are looking for a romantic connection, and they get hooked up with these people.
And how do they get cheated on the dating part?
Because they get involved in these romantic scams, and they get asked for money, and people make promises and say they're going to come to Denver, or they're going to come somewhere, or they need money for their daughter's surgery, and these older people get hooked in and send them cash.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me know that. Dating scams, another one. We have a lot more coming up. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK. Get your calls in, and I promise we'll take your calls very quickly. I'm Tom Martino for ID 475.
475?
If rates go down, they will refinance you free of charge. 303-867-7000. Check out their pre-approval.
All right, well, let's connect.
Well, they're so trusting. They're so trusting. You
Tell people, you get, FaceTime them. Because if you ask to FaceTime, they'll go away. Because if it's all by text and instant messaging, and you can put a picture of anybody, and they ghost these websites,
But my mom,
and they never talk to them.
And here's another thing that older people like my mom, who's 87, whatever, they don't like to hang up.
Right.
Because in the day, a phone call is pretty important and stuff.
Yeah.
Hanging up was very rude.
Right.
And
But these people, they never get in touch. It's always, they show them a picture, it's always by text, they never talk to the person, and most of the time it's some 25-year-old black kid in Lagos, Nigeria, who's used somebody's picture and is just, getting money from them. Anyway, 475 is in Connecticut, if it means anything.
They often are never where they say.
I get calls from people whose their own phone number comes up on caller ID, and they answer it.
We suffered no casualties. All of our soldiers are safe, and only minimal damage was sustained at our military bases.
We're leaving at freaking 1 a.m. That is the latest flight I've ever had.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow at 1 a.m. No, I'm sorry, Friday
Friday
at
at
1
1
a.m.
a.m.? Is it a one-stopper or non-stop?
Non-stop to Orlando, then back.
So you're gonna land there at what? Midnight?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Well, it gives you the whole day anyway.
Definitely gives me the whole day. I just hope I can. I figured, okay, I'll try to go to sleep around 3 in the afternoon or something. I know it. You know, come here, do the show, then go home and go to sleep. I already know I just can't do that. I'd have to take like a fucking Ambien or something.
You're better off taking an Ambien on the plane, or half an Ambien when the plane.
Well,
takes
A, I
off.
don't have Ambien. B,
Get one from Dan.
I took one time.
I hate Ambien.
And it knocked me
Scares the
out like
shit
I
out of
couldn't
me.
fucking
Well,
believe
that's it.
it.
It does knock you out.
Now it scares me though, the stories about the
It's
nightmares
the
and the
sleepwalking.
sleepwalking. I don't want
That's
that.
what's really scary.
No, I don't want that shit.
Yeah, my neighbor did
I'm
that.
just the type that'll go down and get my helicopter.
I don't know if you really call it. Okay, she would get up and cook sometimes. She'd
Yeah.
fucking cook.
Yeah.
So
People do anything.
I think it's more of lack of memory than I'd call it night cooking. I mean, you must be up. You're definitely not fucking sleeping because you're up and cooking.
Right.
So it's more of you forget that you did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gio Benitez, ABC News.
So I guess technically what I'm saying is I don't know why they call it sleepwalking because
Well-
you're fucking not asleep.
Well-
You just have no memory of it.
Right. Because it
Your
happens.
subconscious.
Yeah, but
is
it happens
doing
while you are sleeping and then you get up.
Yeah.
That's why they call it sleepwalking. I mean, it's a generic term.
But as it's happening, you must wake up, get up, do whatever, and then go back to bed, right?
Right.
I don't know why your screen doesn't update.
That is scary, though.
Yeah.
Imagine you didn't even know it, then you see yourself on video
Oh,
doing it.
that's happened to people.
You're like, what the fuck?
That's happened.
Well, if you consider getting twice what you pay for a big deal.
We had a friend that was on it for a long time. Her husband died. But man, her kids would say she was up all the time. She would have no recollection of it
Well, then,
whatsoever.
Once it happens, you don't take that medicine again.
Yeah.
It only happens to a small percentage of people.
How about if someone was out driving and they got into a fucking accident?
Exactly. That happens.
Holy shit.
But the point is, if you know it's going to happen, you never take that medicine again.
I wonder if anybody sued the drug maker for that shit.
I don't think you can.
I don't know.
If it's one of the, if it's on the precautions.
Denver say they won't just give up their camps, which were cleaned up yesterday by the city.
I'm going to call
Denver
this
says
number.
public safety and clear sidewalks need to be prioritized, even after the camping ban was ruled illegal late last month. Immediately following yesterday's sweeps, people moved right back into the same spot, resetting up tarps, tents, and sleeping bags.
That's Connor Tree reporting. Colorado lawmakers back at the state capitol today as the legislature begins its 2020 session. Both chambers will once again be under a majority rule of the Democrats.
Okay, somebody picked up that number. I just called it.
Transportation funding.
I just hung up, so.
Taking on mandatory family leave. That's failed in recent sessions.
When you call from here, does it show up as K-Hal on the caller ID?
Or iHeart.
That's why they don't pick it up.
That's the latest. I'm Chad Hoffman.
No. That's how we should do it on it.
The majority of the
Be
highway
able to
driveways
cell
in the metro
phone
area in good shape. Just one slow spot right now. Southbound I-25 approaching and just past 144th. Roadwork has the left lane closed through there. The rest of the highway's wide open and checking problem
In these phones, you can't do a star 6-7. Right.
Intermittent closures of
Star 6-7.
I just dialed it.
What do you mean?
Star 6-7 is it'll show up as a unlisted number.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works through a phone system, you know.
Mostly cloudy with a high in the mid-40s. Partly to mostly cloudy and 30.
So where are we playing?
Oh, I gotta call here.
You don't have any trouble getting a court during the day,
No,
do you?
last time we went there,
This report is
we
sponsored
Those
by
bad
Leased
booking.
Fine Furniture.
Really?
Happy New Year! Join in on
There's only 2
New Year's
courts.
Day.
Oh.
But we went, it was a holiday is why there was people there.
Plus 24-month special financing.
Although you never know, racquetball's making a comeback.
Visit woodlease.com and browse thousands of different furniture ideas.
Well, I think it is. I started playing again. You started playing again, right?
I'm going to challenge.
Seriously.
I'm going to challenge Mark to a squash game.
What is squash?
it's a very good vegetable. I like squash.
It's played on a similar court, except there's an 18-inch metal bracket that goes along the bottom.
Oh, it's 18 inches?
I think, or 12 inches.
Okay.
So you can't hit kill shots off that. If you do, it makes you hear it like a metal rattle. So and the ball is much smaller. It doesn't bounce. It's
And it
hard.
hurts.
And it hurts. And it's a different kind of racket. It's not squash as opposed to racquetball.
Oh, the ball hurts if you get hit.
Oh, it's a little bit bigger than a golf ball.
Rubber? Isn't it like a clay rubber?
Very hard
clay
rubber. And
like
it doesn't bounce the way
Does
racquetball.
it bounce though?
It bounces, but not as much as. And the racket is much longer.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I'm a consumer advocate, so what I want to do is help anywhere I can and warn people about scams and ripoffs and cheats and all of those things that can hurt us. So I ask you to give us a call if you learn about a scam and you want to let us know. And there's not many new scams under the sun, but there are a lot of them that go on, and we need to warn you. I made a list of some of the scams that are going on. We'll talk about them. We also have some follow-up calls, and I want to appeal to you to call with any problem, question, or complaint. If someone lied to you or ripped you off or cheated you, or you just need information on your car or your computer or your house, your furnace, this is the only show anywhere that discusses these things live and immediately. And we have experts who can also help. Experts on the referral list. The number is 303-713-TALK. Now, if you're listening online, Facebook and YouTube, you can call 24/7, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466, and get immediate help. This hour brought to you by Real CBD. Thatworks.com. And that's really important because there are a lot of people in pain. Listen to what Buell said. I have multiple sclerosis. The nerves in my legs create pain and cramping. I couldn't sleep. Neurologists have prescribed me multiple meds with no success. I heard about Panacea Life Fast, F-A-S-T, sublingual pills, 35 milligrams. From the first night of using your CBD product, I have little or no pain for the first time. I actually can receive a full 8 hours of sleep. Thank you, Panacea Life Sciences, for a wonderful product that changed my life. That's Buell Warden. Thank you very much, Buell. Their number, where you find them is there. Here. Here's where you order. Real CBD. Thatworks.com. Real CBD. Thatworks.com. So, what's new in real estate? Is the market still on fire? Where is it going? So many people have said it's the longest real rally we've had, and we were expecting a correction, and every time someone says there's going to be a correction, we don't get one. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank, what is going on with the market?
You know, Tom, we had the seasonal slowdown around Christmas time, but now we're starting to see a pickup again. In fact, I just got another listing. We just got 2 offers on it last night. So I think it looks strong. I think the issue is just make sure you price them right and be ready to go.
Yeah, and of course, you price it right. You negotiate every listing. What I want to know is this. What about people saying it's not a good time to buy? I had someone just the other day tell me they're renting. Because they work at the station, they're renting across the street because it's too expensive. So what do you say to that? I mean, you help people buy places. Are there still deals, really, Frank?
You know, Tom, it's just a situation. It depends on the buyer and what their needs are. Some people, we meet it. We don't advise everybody to buy and sell. A lot of times we're going to sit with them and counsel with them first and say, look, this is the situation with the market. Based on your needs right now, it may be better to hold off. Or based on your needs right now, this is the amount of inventory out there. It looks like you have some options.
Where can you find the best deals, do you think? On the higher price homes, the lower price homes, the middle price? Where are the best deals?
I think you just have to be vigilant. I think the best deals are all over the place, Tom. In fact, one thing we do for buyers, too, just like we do a free market analysis, as long as the buyer's ready and qualified, we'll give them a free taste test of the market, get them out there to see a few properties to just make sure there's inventory out there for them.
How can you really... How can you gauge whether or not it's worth selling if you're only going to have to buy and pay more? I mean...
Great question. Well, I'll give you a really good example. We have a seller we met with the other day, did the market analysis, gave them the list of properties that are out there for them, says, look, let's get you out there to look at a few homes.
So that's what you did.
Yeah, let's even see if there's anything out there for you before you make a decision.
And that
to sell your home.
and that's a great part. They take advantage of your expertise without it doesn't cost them a dime. So if they go out and see a lot of homes they could never afford, they'll just sit tight sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes we ask, it might be a better idea just to wait for a little bit.
Yeah. So what about fix and flippers? Is it difficult for somebody to buy a home and make money on it?
They're out there. They're not like they were back. I remember you and I having a talk back in 2011.
Yes.
They were all over the place. Now you have to be a lot more vigilant. They are out there from time to time, but it's one of those things where you have to be aggressive, but also at the same time patient.
But there are still deals available for fix and flippers.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. And sometimes people come to us, Tom, to say, hey, we have a situation here. We're facing foreclosure. We don't want to go to foreclosure. And sometimes we have investors that pop up and say, hey, for the right amount of money, we'd be able to pay this amount and get them out from under it.
All right. Frank, by the way, thank you very much. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Real estate is just one area affected right now. I mean, the job market's affected. Employers are telling me they can't find people. And that is going to indirectly affect costs. And this is why we get a bit of a recessionary cycle, because costs are going up a little, and then people start delaying a bit, and then things start slowing down, and just the opposite happens. We start going down in the economy, but it doesn't have to be catastrophic when it does. Okay, Michael, what's going on with you, Michael?
Hi, Tom. I'm paying back $2,225 from the Social Security.
Why?
Because I'm in a nursing home.
Okay, I don't understand something, Mike. You're in a nursing home, right? Yeah. But why are you paying back Social Security? I don't get it.
Because I was hospitalized in the hospital after my surgery.
Right.
For at least a month, and then I've stayed in the nursing home for rehab.
But but why do you have to pay? The part I don't understand. You say you're paying back Social Security. Did they give you too much money by mistake?
Yeah.
Oh, they overpaid you.
Yeah, and they finally got around to the number that I owe them.
Okay, so now how do they propose you pay it back?
Well, they know I have that money in the bank because I've given them bank statements.
Okay.
And all this time after my surgery, since May 15th, 2019, they've been paying me money. I've been diligently trying to get a hold of them.
I understand. I understand that. So where do we stand today? How can we help you?
Well, you said if you want to talk about anything.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. But do you need help?
No. I'm sorry,
No, that's all right. You were just telling me a situation that hit you, but since the money, you were smart. You knew that you weren't supposed to be getting that money, right?
Right.
And you kept it in your bank. Michael, do you know how many people do not do that? They just kind of hide their head in the sand, and somebody sends them money and they use it, and then they get like a bill from Social Security and they say, I don't know what to do. Seriously. I mean, Mark, how many times do we hear that? And we ask him, well, what did you do with the money? Well, we spent it. I said, but didn't you know it was more? Well, yeah. But it's really hard. If you send people money, most likely they're going to spend it. It was very smart of you, Michael, to keep it in your account. And I would get it paid off as soon as possible. Thank you. Bob, you have a tax question. What's going on with you, Bob?
I'm buying a new house, Tom, and it always helps when you offer cash. And sold my house. I'm going to close on the new one. But I'm going to finance it by doing an indirect rollover out of my IRA. And I called Vanguard, and they said people do it all the time. But supposedly you can take your money out of your IRA.
Yes.
You have 60 days to put it back in.
That's right.
That's right. It just sounds too simple with the government.
Well,
is that true?
Yeah. Okay. Here's where it gets difficult. First of all, you got to work with the trustee of your IRA, okay, to make sure they understand it's you're borrowing it. You pay now. This is not. You don't have to pay it back with interest or anything like that. It's not like become the banker with your own non-qualified plan. This is a qualified plan. So that money, when you draw it out, is no longer working for you. But on the other side, when you pay it back, you only have to pay back exactly what you took out.
And within 60 days.
Yeah. Now, it gets to be a problem if you don't pay it back, because now you get, if you're under 59 and a half, you get popped with the tax plus a penalty. Bob, what about a loan? Have you talked about doing a loan?
Well, it's only going to be for, I'm closing on the new place on the 22nd, and we're closing on my house on the 30th. So we're only looking at, less than a 2-week span there.
Okay, well then that's a good option. That's a very good option. Are you calling me because it sounded too good to be true?
Yeah, it's the government's involved, and it sounds too simple.
Well, the government really isn't involved. It's your trustee involved. The government really doesn't get involved. I mean, they make the rules, but the government's never going to know about this. The only way they would know about it is if it was labeled a disbursement.
Okay, well, I'm at everything with Vanguard, and they told me they're going to send me a 1099-R. But they said they do it all the time, and it's not a problem.
Yeah, but the 1099-R will be canceled out. And I'm not sure if that's the one they do. I mean, they must know. They must know what the R is a tax form more than anything. It's informational, and what it does, it's not necessarily to claim on taxes. It's informational, and it shows disbursements. But I don't know if that's really what you need because it's not being dispersed. You know what I'd like to do, though? I'd like to get one of our accountants on. Let's do that, just to ask to be sure, Bob, okay? 303-713-8255. So what's your issue? Is anything bothering you, or can we help you? I have some email I'm going to get to on people experience problems. And remember, you can always call us at 303-713-TALK and get right through.
Weekdays 2 to 4. It's Michael Brown.
Do you know if somebody put a tile in your car to track you? Can you find out if that
Tile doesn't go that far.
Well,
a tile's not a GPS.
No, but a tile will be able to, if there's other people around.
With a tile?
Yeah. They'll be able to do it. But again, can you...
The chances of a car running, you mean like if they park in a parking lot and there's a tile app running?
Or he thinks his wife is tracking him.
It's be pretty hard to track somebody with a tile. That's all I'm saying.
The little thing just
it's really if you lose something.
Lose your keys or something like that.
To track someone with a tile would be extremely hard. Or it might show up occasionally.
Right. I guess that's what I was.
She's probably tracking them a different way.
Tommy,
Make
Eric's not
parallel.
answering. I was going to try that Mike Hurdle guy.
Okay.
He's a new referral list member who's actually interested in being an endorsement.
Whatever you want.
All right. Okay.
But they could put a GPS tracker
on the car.
On the car.
Why would they put it on a tractor?
No,
he drives a tractor.
Well, I guarantee you, it's not hard to find the tractor.
You can walk behind them.
Right.
No.
But how does it like mechanic? Can a mechanic find?
There's things you can buy that'll search for a GPS.
Hey, don't you ever watch TV shows where they do a wand to see if there's any electronic devices?
Yeah. But see, a lot of cars, like my car, I can just log on to my Genesis and say, find my car.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, that's pretty cool. That really is. When did they start doing that?
I don't know.
You know what they do at DIA? They go around every 24 hours. I once had like a 5 o'clock flight, and I didn't remember where I parked my car. Called security. I gave them a license plate. They took me right to my car.
Oh, because they track your license plate.
They photograph it every 24 hours.
Wow, and they just keep on updating.
You know why? Because the buses drive by all the time.
But they usually have a on the parking lot. You got to give them your little.
I gave them my license plate. This is in the garage. They knew exactly. They took me right to my.
Oh, he's talking in the garage. Yeah, they probably have a little mobile car that just drives around.
You know,
almost like a little Google thing.
Yeah, you know, we all have our indulgences. I always park inside. I don't care if it's $20 a day. For 3 or 4 days, I park it.
You mean at the airport?
Yeah, if I can't get someone to drop me off and pick me up, I just park in the inside garage.
Why?
I don't know, why do people buy $80,000 sports cars when they can buy a $30,000 Subaru?
Why don't you go like a spot?
I don't want to. I want to be able to get off the plane, walk to my car, and drive home.
But here, if you walk in the garage, you might not get it very close. You might have to walk a little ways.
No, you don't.
Whereas there, you just got to go out to the.
You know what? You're nothing but trouble.
No, I don't want to go in a van. I want to get off the plane and just walk to my car and drive home.
Yeah.
Tom, you're enabling them.
Don't you have any stupid indulgences?
No, I do not.
You know, we all have discretionary income. That's what I don't mind spending the money on that.
You mean on parking at the airport?
Yeah, to me.
I agree.
I don't travel that much.
I can't stand going to.
I don't mind Pikes Peak. I'll park at Pikes Peak.
I do the spot. Only when we're going a week or more, we go to the spot. I don't like it.
Is if there's hail. That's the bad thing.
If I go a week or more, then
what's the spot?
It's a parking lot on that avenue up there, and then they give you.
What's difference than that than Pikes Peak?
I don't know. It's just the shuttle back.
Yeah, the same shuttle.
And they give you a card where you're parked.
Right.
You know, the section, the spot, so they can take you back to it.
How much is it?
$5 a day.
Oh shit, man! Pikes Peak costs more. Son of a bitch! I never heard of this thing called the Spot.
That's where I do.
The Spot.
You can also have them wash your car.
And it's $5 a day.
I don't know, it's $5 a day, Tom.
Maybe we got a special, but we did it. They run specials a lot.
If it's for a long weekend, like Friday to Sunday, I just park in the fucking lot, and if it's $80, big deal.
Look at this shit. How far is it from the airport?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's takes 10 minutes in the shuttle, but it's right on. This, you go straight and you turn right on one of the avenues. That's all I said. 56 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Come on, Mark, you make so much money. What's another?
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. So now, is Bob the one we're waiting for our accountant on? Okay, he wanted to know about not rolling over, excuse me, but withdrawing money and then putting it right back in again. Why do you have to get a 1099-R? You don't have to pay tax on it. I know that. If you take it out temporarily and pay it right back, there's a certain amount of time, 60 days, no tax event. I'm not sure why they're doing a 1099-R. We're going to find that out. Now, scam alerts. Listen to this one. A PayPal scam. There are texts being sent out or emails saying that your account will be disabled if you fail to update your account. Now, obviously, when you hit the link and you go to update it and put in your existing information, in order to update it, they're fishing for that information, and then they manipulate your PayPal and you're screwed. How about this one? I call it, like extortion. This is sextortion. Sextortion. Sextortion is where, this is weird. Sextortion, they threaten you by saying they've recorded you through your camera and everything you're surfing on the internet, and they have pictures of you doing certain things. Now, can you imagine that? And they say if you don't pay in a Bitcoin, they're going to send the video to all your contacts. So what they're saying is that they're videotaping you over your camera. I have people so paranoid about people taking control of their cameras that they're putting little tape over it. It's bull. Trust me, it's not easy to hack into a camera on a laptop or a computer. But then again, if you're not guilty, why do you care? They say that they're watching you and they realize that you have visited what sites, and they have video of you doing what.
That happened to you.
Yeah, I got an email, and it was from me. It looked like it was from me, and it says, as you noticed, we have your email. We've hacked your email account. That's why I'm sending this email from your account. It really wasn't from my account, but it was a really good imitation. And it says,
"Man, you were scared."
No, I wasn't. I said, send a video. I look forward to it because I knew there was no video. They said, we recently captured you surfing. Basically, they said I was surfing the Bam Bam sites and choking the chicken, basically. And they're saying, we're going to send the video out, And
to everybody on your contact list.
Yeah, and I said, go ahead. I challenge you to do it. But then I was concerned, though, if they really did. I don't know if they hacked my email or not, but I was concerned about that part because, heck, I mean, there's a lot they can find out in your email. But that wasn't true.
Hey, Tom, can I talk about a scam that really bothers me? Just people buy kittens or puppies from out-of-town sellers. And then the seller sends them an email saying, you need to buy a crate for $1,500. And then when it supposedly gets to the airport, they need to insure it for $3,500. And if they don't send the money right away, then they're going to be accused of pet abandonment and get...
Wait, you've heard of this through the scam hotline?
It happens
with pets.
With pets.
They sell pets to people, but they never really sell the pets.
No, and then they get them for all these charges, and the people think this poor little puppy or kitten is at the airport in customs and won't be shipped because they won't pay for insurance and for a special crate. So all I want to say is, don't buy a puppy or a kitten out of town. There are so many places in your own metropolitan area where you can go see the puppy, see the kitten, get it from a shelter. Don't buy it from an out-of-town seller.
That's good. That's good anyway, even without the scam, just because you don't know the quality of breeders.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's a really difficult thing buying pets, and of course, a lot of people are philosophically opposed to it anyway.
I wanted to ask you something. When you were gone, we had a breeder call in and said years ago, no, it wasn't a breeder. I'm sorry. It was a guy that trained guard dogs.
Yeah.
They said you guys bought one, and I assume it was you and Holly because he was like 5-10 years ago, and you only had the dog for like 2 or 3 weeks and then returned it. Does that ring any bell? And I thought he said it was a Rottweiler, and I don't remember you ever owning a Rottweiler.
I never owned, no. And I don't remember returning a dog, no.
Okay.
I don't remember
It was a security company. A woman called and said the dogs are being mistreated. And then we called up and found out that they trained security dogs and that they had...
Yeah, he came on to talk about it and said, oh, by the way, Tom got a dog from us years ago.
I don't remember that. No, I mean, I just said I don't remember it. I've never had a guard dog. I mean, there was a personal protection dog, but that was a dog from a pup. I mean, that wasn't from them. I mean, that was...
And you kept it.
Yeah, years till she died. Yeah, years and years ago. And it's funny, though, some protection dogs, just so you know, how do I put this? They kind of wear out. They don't always remember every bit of their training if you don't work them. Like, for example, if you have a protection dog and you keep them as a pet for years and years and years and years and years, they kind of get like some reaction from them. But if they come back after many years, like they did in this case, the dog did nothing. I mean, well, I shouldn't say she did nothing. She didn't do her optimum thing, and then they had to refresh that. So when you have a protection dog, it's a complicated thing. And they have to work with those dogs every now and then to keep that training fresh. It's just like when you have a horse that's trained. I mean, if you have a horse trained in dressage, you can't just keep that horse and go to a show, 5 years later without working it. Okay, we're trying to get our accountant on, right? Okay, I'm going to go to John. We have lines open at 303-713-TALK. What's going on, John?
Hey, carpet doctor.
What about him?
139.
Is that an unbelievable price? Is that unbelievable?
The rugs look really nice, and he did a little extra too, going downstairs for me. I mean, and he moved some furniture because I had just had surgery about a month and a half ago. He's just a nice man.
You know what? I have never seen a deal like that ever. beat.
Now listen what he did.
Now,
for
I want to
Christmas.
say, I do want to say this, Zero Res Denver, I want to say they're a great company and a totally different company, and I don't want to diss them because they're a great company, and they have a special now, $79 this month for 2 areas.
I don't know if they're still doing that.
No, all month.
Oh, good.
That's ZeroResDenver.com. But the Carpet Doctor is really cool, too. What does he do?
Well, he's not doing this now. It's $139 for the whole house. He does do that all the time. He doesn't upsell anything whatsoever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't say, oh, you got pets, it's going to cost
crazy.
more, or your room's over this or that. None of that applies. It's $139. But what he did is a screaming deal right before Christmas.
Yeah, he did.
I hate to even tell Tom this. And, folks, he does not do this right now.
I heard
Buy one, get one free.
I know it. For $139?
Hey, Tom, he came. He did such a good job. I told him, you don't have to give me another free job.
No, I know. It feels guilty. You pay $139, and then he'll come back free a second time.
He has done our house 5 or 6 times. Every single time I have to tip the guy because I feel guilty.
Now, Eric Reinemer is an accountant with Atlas CPAs and advisors. A quick question for you, Eric.
Yes.
When this guy's buying a house, right? And he's going to close on one house one day and then close on the next house where he gets his money. He's selling his house a few days after the one he's buying. He needs money. So he's going to go to his 401k and get a disbursement, and he was told he can get a quick disbursement for 60 days. If he pays it back within the 60 days, it's a non-taxable event. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 different categories. In general, yes, if you take money out of a plan, you've got 60 days, but it's like with a 401k, you can actually take a loan against it. I think that's what he'd want to do is it's just a loan against his 401k balance that he repays. Is it a 401k or an IRA?
It's a 401k, I believe. Let's ask him here. Bob, is it a 401k? Bob?
Oh, it's my IRA.
I'm sorry, IRA. Does that make a difference, Eric?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. It is a little bit different because with an IRA, you're not loaning. So what you're doing is taking money out of your IRA, and you have to put it back in within 60 days.
Then what does he do? What does he do with the 1099-R? They give him a 1099-R showing that he took money out. What does he do to cancel that out?
What happens is if you get the 1099-R, you have to put it on your tax return, but then for the taxable amount, it just depends on how it gets coded. The taxable amount will be 0. So you still post it so the IRS can match it up as a withdrawal, but then it's a 0 taxable event.
Well, how does the IRS know? How does the IRS know you paid it back in 60 days?
Well, his financial institution, that should be stated by, are you putting it back into the same IRA that you borrowed it from?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, then the 1099 that he gets at the end of the year should reflect that. Now,
okay, so that 1099-R will reflect that.
Yes.
Okay, that's enough said. Now, Eric, I have another very quick question, and this one is interesting. So if you take money out during the year, as long as you put it back, it's not a taxable event, right? How about this? What if I have one retirement account performing way better than another one? Can I move funds from one qualified account to another without any big rigmarole?
Well, sure. If you've got money in IRAs, you can move money between IRAs as long as, now this is important, you can do that all you want as long as you're having it transferred directly from one brokerage house to another. It's different when you touch the money.
Okay. All right. So that's good to know, though, that you can. Do you ever do that, Mark? Do you ever move from one plan to another?
I've done a rollover before, but no, not really.
Anyway, Eric Reinemer, Atlas CPAs and Advisors, they are the people we use for accounting at 303-799-9111.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Now, Dan Kaplis today at 4.
Really be this? Can the government make it this easy? That was his. It's like it's too simple. It's too good to be true.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah, but that is an all-in-one 1099. It shows there's nothing due.
I've just never heard of this parking spot before. I just signed up and I've got reservations.
For what? The spot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're really good people.
Just never heard.
How
of
much
it.
is it? $5 a
You
day?
had to see the
No,
buses.
it's more than that, but
How
it's
much?
less
How much?
than.
It's international, or not international.
It's not a lot, is it? They have specials where it does get to 5. How much is
If
it?
you book it online, it's cheap.
Okay, how much?
$6.50 a day.
See, there.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, Pikes Peak is $8 a day.
And they're not just in Denver.
They're not everywhere though.
Not everywhere.
They're not in Franktown.
They're coming to Franktown.
Oh, okay.
Nothing is in Franktown.
There's a child living
It's like Frank. It's like Tiny Town. It's
Frank
nothing.
is the only one in Franktown.
And look at that. So it's all right here on the app. So I pull up. I guess there's something that just scans that.
Yep. You go
Yep.
through it. You go through it.
And then how do I get the shuttle?
You go in there, they'll have some.
Sheridan Auto Tech. Kevin Calkin. You can rely on him. I love an auto shop that has experience, honesty, integrity, and knowledge. It's everything you want in a shop with 2 locations. Find them out at SheridanAutotech.com. They take care of your car and give you gentle reminders when you need stuff done. It's like having an uncle take care of your car. Uncle Kevin. 303-455-7242, 455-7242, SheridanAutotech.com.
And now you have a friend in the car business.
You have an uncle.
A friend or an uncle in the car business.
So when you go in there, you do it. They'll have signs pointing to where you go, and then you go there, and they'll have a shuttle standing by. You park your car, and you get on the shuttle right away.
Say it again.
I'm not going to say it again.
When you go in, they'll tell you where to park,
Tell you
and
where to park.
there'll be a shuttle there.
Shuttle will be right there.
And if it's not, you call Dan. He'll come and pick you up. and
Does
drive
the
you.
shuttle pick up a bunch of people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
of course.
they'll pick you up, but you don't wait a long time. They're running all the time.
And they're only like 10
When I
minutes.
say a bunch, I've never had any more than 6 people in the van ever.
Is it a bus or a van?
Van.
What's if I want
It's a
something a little
bus.
nicer?
Mine, the spot is a bus.
Well, it's a.
They have the door that opens. It's a short bus.
A short bus.
Like what you used to drive.
Right.
A short bus.
Like the
Used
kind
to
you
ride
took to
on.
school.
The short bus was always cool because everybody's in the front.
Well, no, it's right there. In fact, if you want him to, he'll throw your luggage on.
What's that yellow thing?
That's the spot. They know you were calling them.
Wonder what that is.
Where, Mark?
That yellow thing. Blinking, see it? The phone one blinks green. It's blinking yellow. It's like an emergency. Hey, what's that yellow thing mean?
Like leave?
EAS test.
Mark, I still have a couple that we can use in-house spots with. I don't mean like existing ones, but for new clients.
I get you.
Okay, good.
Hey, did we ever try to get a hold of that Sam?
I have some open days,
guy?
man.
What's that?
That San Antonio guy? Suzanne wasn't able to get him? The guy for TD? You weren't ever going to get the TD, the loan thing?
Maybe it's Jamal Davis. Remember they used to call him TV?
Yeah, they did. This here thing, we didn't get this guy for this. We were going to call Adam.
Suzanne was going to call Adam.
Adam's not going to come on.
How do you know that?
I know everything.
Hey, we're going to do something about that line that you just kicked down there and stuff. That's gonna...
Oh, no, I'll move it. Well, I don't want to move it
Wait
now.
till the end.
No, I'm going to move it now. Did you have to reboot or
No, I
it just...
didn't. I don't know why.
God, if you have a real estate attorney, that would be good for those spots.
So a guy just...
Because it's not going to be enough for somebody to get beat up.
Springs.
I want to find somebody here, too.
Where are these properties?
Actually, I got an email from someone that called in with a lead on one that he said's really good, so I'll call them. That's in Denver.
Where are those properties, those 2 properties? Are they in Denver or the Springs?
Say it again.
The two properties, are they in the Springs or in Denver?
Yeah, I need to fill up so I don't get... I need to take advantage of those extra spots in order for this extra hour to pay me.
Yeah, Denver. Are you talking about this Bill Bronchick? That email that you got from
Who?
This here guy?
Say it again. I don't get it.
Other attorney?
Nope, it's a different one.